steam cloud in the background now. It's like, like for me, every time I stopped the game, my PC was fucking crying because it tried to update the things into the cloud, and it took so long, and it was like, oh, please stop.
Yeah.
Why is the save this big?
No, it wasn't anyone's internet, it was mine.
I can take the blame for the internet. I mean, isn't America at fault for everything anyway?
Well, mostly just the things that you actually cause.
Which is most of the things.
Not all of the things.
All of them.
We're like the New Britain.
Yeah.
Just instead of colonizing, we just
Thank you, Aaron.
spread around bad ideas.
I think
yeah,
in
I'm
this
ready.
case we can just blame the German internet.
Yeah,
It's
that's usually the safe
miraculously
bet.
bad.
But if we go through history, we're the ones who freed the Germans from Stalin, so America's at fault for German internet. You could have had Russian
That's a
internet
bit of
instead.
a reach.
I mean, if I was using that internet service that Elon Musk has with the satellites, then sure, but otherwise...
What is it? Is it like Starlink or something?
Yeah, Starlink, you can just...
Yeah,
Okay,
Starlink.
yeah, it's that one. Okay.
They offer it like mostly everywhere around the world now. But I think in Germany and shit, it's way the fuck too expensive.
I have
It's
never
everywhere
even
it's way the
looked.
fuck too expensive. It's
I
kinda
wonder.
shitty.
Now I want to see how much it is in here, just out of curiosity, because I have never heard of it, like
I think
being
I
advertised in
don't
here.
know if you can actually see a price. I think you have to like get your address and everything like submitted, and then they will tell you like a price.
Yeah,
I have a
it's
fun
like,
fact
I think
about
most
Starlink.
places
You have a fun
cost about
fact?
120 a month, and
Very
they're like
fun fact.
600 for the equipment.
What the fuck? 349? Wow.
No, it's a lot because it's satellite based.
Yeah.
You can get
It's basically
Starlink.
DSL or whatever it is.
Yeah, I found the satellite, so I was like, what?
Unless
Elon
you're
Musk.
Russian, then you get it for free because Elon Musk.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess if you want to buy like a super fancy modem or such, they are also really pricey, but
Or you could just
Elon
get,
Musk
you know,
gifted
T1.
What's up, Lem?
Elon Musk gifted Starlink to a remote African village, and within like a month they became all addicted to porn.
And anyone surprised?
I guess that's not too unreasonable to say, I guess. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess that
Oh,
would
it's
happen to
100.
everything.
So
Starlink, fun
basically,
fact.
normal 5G is even better than
Yeah.
Starlink. Okay.
Like, Starlink is like really shitty, like 3G.
Mind you, it's still better than what we
DSL.
get here.
Eh.
It is. It is. It
Arguable.
literally is.
Yeah, Spike gets like, what, 10?
Like, I have like 75 Mbits, and that's like the second highest option I can physically buy around
75.
here.
That's not
Mbits.
that bad.
But it's like
yeah.
I download with like around 9 megabytes per second.
Yeah.
Megabit, which are smaller than megabytes.
No, I have 75 Mbits, but yeah, I download with 9 megabytes.
Well, so, either way, Elon Musk sucks. Speaking of
never-
sucks, he'll be your next big bad.
I can get that same, like, amount of bandwidth almost free in here. Yeah, actually, my 100 is free.
For the price I'd
In my
pay for-
apartment, mind you. Like, if I want 5G or higher than that, then I have to basically buy.
Right.
like,
it's like
pay
honestly,
more,
the
but
price
it's
I'm
part
paying
of my
for
rent.
my internet is like literally 100 times better than what Starlink would offer. And it's the exact same price, but I don't have to
90.
pay the equipment fee. So, yet again, Elon Musk is garbage.
50 euros per month in Germany, apparently.
I can't find the actual, like, monthly pay. I can only find the satellite cost.
Well, I found it for at least
Oh,
around
here. 85 euros. Wow. This
Uh-huh.
can't be right.
I was
Like,
gonna
that's
say, 50
insane.
doesn't sound that though.
No, that sounds right because it's
No, 50 is
120
actually
over
really
here.
good for it.
Yeah.
50 euros per month for Starlink, which is probably better than our actual internet. That's not terrible, but I wouldn't be surprised if that fucking Starlink satellite like died or some random shit and I just had enough internet.
Oh yeah.
We don't actually owe you internet. We just own the satellite, and you're paying for it to stay in the.
Yeah, like the satellite alone is like $300, and then you have to pay monthly on top of it.
Yeah, you have
It's
to
like,
of course do the
what?
hardware stuff. You have to buy all that.
It's like, no, thank you. I can buy myself a $75 modem once and pay the same price monthly and get like 100 bits.
Yeah.
I forget what mine is. I think I got like the 400, and it's only like 120 a month.
Sadly, my apartment is old, so I only have I don't have like Ethernet cables. I have only the phone cables. That's why I can only get like 100 on my apartment from my walls. But if I want the Wi-Fi, then I can get 5G, which is 300 to 400, something around there. But
right.
I have both of those, but I wish they would update I think there are like Ethernet cables inside of the place, but they just don't have the outlets for them, so I can't get higher ones.
Well, that's clever of them.
Yeah, like my old apartment had like, of course, all the nice proper cables, but this one is so old, so no. But I'm fine with the 100. I haven't really. Of course, it was really weird to downgrade from 400 to into 100, but
yeah.
at the same time, 100 is everything you need to play things, or the download speeds just are a bit more like.
Hey man, 9 megabytes per second to me is heaven compared to what I used to live in.
Yeah, I remember your old speed test, like that 1 per minute.
At top speeds, mind you. Like if anyone else was
yeah.
using it, it was kilobytes per second.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't remember I think mine is actually like 100, but I can pay like more to get it bigger, and I don't really need that.
Yeah, like I could do that too.
Bye,
if
buddy.
It wasn't my fucking like cables. But if I want the upgraded Wi-Fi, I could upgrade it so much further than what I have now. But if I want my 5G, I can just share my fucking mobile because it's
5G.
It's on my phone. It's 5G, so if I really wanted it, I can just switch to my mobile because it's part of my like the
thingy.
Yeah, in like free phone calls, texts, and then that, and I pay a certain amount of money.
Is
for all of
kilobytes
that
smaller
to the
there?
package.
Kilobytes is like, it starts with bytes, then kilobytes, then megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, and so on. Going like up to like,
and then after that is like
yottabytes
kind
and
of
shit.
unnamed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're like
'cause
yottabytes.
I don't even think we.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I don't even
back
think
in
we
the day
have a
when I had
yottabyte of
kilobytes.
anything yet.
I know some like yottabytes. I thought yottabytes were used somewhere.
Isn't like
I think they're
like,
made, but they're not
insanely
like
large?
existing. Because here we go: petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte.
Oh, yottabyte is the big.
Yeah,
Imagine
yottabyte is
being a
bigger.
yottabyte.
So, and I want to say that like we haven't got past petabytes and like stuff.
This is interesting. According to Paul McFedras, it would take approximately 86 trillion years to download a 1 yottabyte file.
Makes sense. Mind you, of course, that'll change in the future. I'm sure, but yeah, like right now, I think the most we have is like a few petabytes of storage on something, and I think that's like the database.
Kilobytes is smaller than megabytes, Aaron.
Do you think about gigabytes then, Erin? Like versus kilobytes, because those are different as well.
Kilobytes, megabytes, then there's the gigabyte, which is often you'll see most
like
commonly in gaming, and then there's terabyte, which is like where we're slowly going towards with games having, with like Assassin's Creed Valhalla being half a terabyte.
And Baldur's Gate being huge. It's like most your solid states, like the biggest you're going to find is a 4 terabyte. Maybe a 10 if you're willing to drop like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I was thinking that you might be confusing them together because usually people talk about the gigabytes and of course they are bigger.
You said I can have like it still be an owl, but it can be like the look of anything, right?
Look at that, that's cute.
I found like a
like
homebrew creature that like would look pretty good for that, but just
it probably still has
with wings,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, I assume it can look like whatever you want. It's just we use the stat block for whatever it is.
You do have to choose
though. Same internet as me, honestly.
What was that, Lamb?
Aaron probably has the same internet as me. We both are cursed to Spectrum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard stories of Spectrum.
Hey, don't worry. I'm
I'll
also
never moved to the East Coast.
We have 3 internet providers here, and I'm only in reach of 1.
I used
to be that sucks.
Verizon.
So we can't even do the like switching to get extra benefits or anything. No.
I have way too many up here, like 5 of them that I could be like bouncing around. The only thing that like makes me not to change is because sometimes they make deals with the apartments, so the basic thing is included in your rent, so you get it easier and cheaper. So that's why basically I have this specific internet provider, because I get it free, and if I want to upgrade it, then it's just a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Would you be able to give me access to the familiar token?
Oh yeah, I must have forgot to do that last time. One moment.
Also, what is it? Is it a fiend? Is it a celestial? Because you can choose.
Yes, but it has to be one of those.
Yeah, it has to be one of them. So basically, if
fiend,
someone
fae, celestial, and something else.
Because if someone wants to like try to sense them, then it would ping in some.
I would make them celestial.
For you. Here it is. I will not
configure ownership. There.
Oh, not that one. Wrong one.
Oh no.
That one.
Like,
there
is
you
there
go.
Any,
there we go.
Fae, fiend, or just a beast.
Oh, you can just be.
You can just leave it as a beast, but you can choose to give it one of the other descriptors instead.
Right.
Like I want to say Blitz is a fae or a fiend.
Well, honestly,
fiend,
I'll probably go fae just because it's more nature specific.
Fae will absolutely fit you. Like if Aiden had a familiar, it would be definitely celestial. But I feel like Ryugo would be better with fae.
At least for now.
Maybe celestial as well, but no.
Yeah, either one really works there.
These two, but I'm not really feeling fiend for her.
Yeah, fiend is kind of like. For me, it was easy because I mean it's part of Rack, so.
Yeah. Would you?
Blitz is the cutest little fiend ever.
Would you mind like changing the token?
To did you send it in Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a homebrew creature I found, which looks similar enough to like a deep crow. Like a small one.
Sorry, it doesn't give me what you calls it. Notifications when I'm talking on Discord. Oh God.
It's
Eldritch
cute.
puppy.
What?
I think it's very cute.
Alright, back to here. To update you. Modify. Destroy. What the hell is that child of mine doing? The fire poo too. I forgot about him. Apply. Boop. There you go. One
Thank you.
little ugly familiar. Okay. So, if I remember right, we were left off and you guys were about to plane shift to Faerun.
Yep.
I think so.
Specifically a couple feet away from the Fountain in Acquisitions Incorporated's main office.
One thing Rax would like to, of course, ask from Ryoko is like, what's our plan? We just drop there and don't know what we are gonna do.
I'm gonna try talking with them. I guess I have
Who?
to be. I don't know. We're gonna have to find that out.
Oh,
I do have the device with me, and they all seem to be having one. So.
Then I was thinking, do we want to prepare like gems? Because if we have to pay money, I don't think our currency will work in another plane. I mean, they might use gold and platinum and the same things, but not our currency. So, should we prepare gems to pay for things, or do we just wing it?
I'm a celestial. I don't need elementals or fays.
It wouldn't be bad to have
giant.
some kind of liquidity in case our money doesn't work.
And one more, like, do we want to pretend that we are from there and not just some strangers? Because that's going to be pretty hard. Because
I think our look is going to give it away more than anything, so I'm not planning on doing so.
We might be completely normal, but
if
our knowledge is wrong.
If I'm supposed to be allowed to use their equipment, I don't really want to lie to them of who I am.
That's fair. I was thinking also, like, it's gonna be hard to try and pretend to be part of.
Yeah, I'm not really planning on pretending.
That's why I wanted to ask, like, are we gonna go in like, hey, we know all the things that happen in here, we are from here, or are we just like, we don't know anything? So that's fair. That's fair. Do we have gems already? Just see.
Don't
because
know.
I have some.
Ryoko doesn't have any.
I'm gonna check how much I have.
You can always go by the shop, buy some gems.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of jewelry, but
Rex doesn't want to part with that.
Yeah, I do have a pearl that's worth of 3,000 gold pieces. Then gold rings, bloodstone rings, and stuff like that.
$27,000 worth of diamonds, but they're all for. I mean, they're for reviving, but I mean, we can use some.
Yeah, I mean, I'd obviously pay you back if I have to pay anything.
Yeah.
I do have some other 100 gold piece things in here, so I guess we can deal with those if things. If we need to,
if it's an emergency and I have to actually pay for the license, we could always plane shift back and forth too, right?
It takes a lot. It's a 7th level spell, so I can cast it only once.
Right.
And as an 8th level again, so we can't just go back and forth easily. Yeah. So it's 2 times in a day. But
yeah.
But then, of course, I wouldn't want to waste them completely, and we would have to wait every time between.
Yeah, but it is an
option.
Or buy
a bunch of scrolls.
Yeah. I'm like meaning that if we wanna go there, I wouldn't like go back and forth a lot. So let's do the things we need here.
But I'm just saying in an emergency.
Yeah, of course, yeah. That's definitely. Besides, we can probably do some things in there as well. Like they might have a quest board that go kill something and we get their currency.
Or maybe they even adapted to dimensional travelers and have an exchange rate or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And our gold and the stuff might be worth.
It's still gold.
Still something because it's the same like metal.
I mean, it's still gold. So.
Like, is anyone able to like roll anything in any way, shape, or form to find anything about this place out?
Can I ask a god?
Or Vanfer.
Yeah.
He seemed to know.
Assuming he knows much more about it.
Oh wait, what's the place called?
Faerun, the Forgotten Realms.
Basic information on Faerun.
Okay, so you're using it on his goggles? Or on Ryoko's goggles
place.
Or something? Oh, a place. Okay.
So Faerun,
oh, Lord.
at itself. This is gonna be...
This is gonna be a hell of a thing here. So, you ask about the dimension of Faerun. And your brain... Tell you what, give me a quick wisdom save.
Oh, boy.
because that's a very vague question. The best way to phrase it. So you guys all see Spluma's eyes roll back in his head as he gets this huge info dump of how this place was formed, the laws of the gods that created it, all the wars, all the petty little bickering between royal families, people of note, people of not note, quests that may or may not have happened according to legends. And you just kind of sit there for a good 30 minutes, Spluma, completely catatonic. And all you manage to retain from this is, it's another plane. Waterdeep is probably the worst city in the place. And that's where you're going. So, and when you come in, your speaking's kind of slurred for the next couple minutes.
So, why are we going here?
That's what I was thinking, but I think Ruko explained that we
I explained that she needs allowance for this item.
Okay, well, I didn't figure out much.
I mean, we can just wing it. We don't need to do it, but I was just in case, thinking of it that...
I mean, if we buy...
There might be that you managed to retain, Spluma, is the place you're wanting to go is called Acquisitions Incorporated. It's kind of a super guild. Think of like the Adventurers Guild here, but a little bit more corporate.
Like a mega church.
Okay, then we can, like, do a
And
work.
you know, at least the head leader is Omendran.
Okay, I'll share that.
I was gonna say,
we at least know who to ask for.
There's nothing bad about, like, buying some gems because they shouldn't lose their value. Like, there still be, like, 1,000... It would just, like, anti-liquidating, like, currency.
Yeah, and I mean, like, our money probably either, but I just know that some cities are like, oh, this is a wrong kind of coin. Is this like not real? Is this not real because it doesn't have a right stamp of this place and stuff? So that's why I was thinking.
I guess.
But we do have some gems already.
Yeah, we do have like 27,000
at least. Yeah.
So I have some. I think we'll probably be fine. Oh, maybe there's some historical shop that would be delighted to take our currency in exchange for even more.
Hey, Rattle, how you doing, man?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, we're probably good to go. And there's always, because it's when like the biggest part, they might literally just already have exchange rates for this thing set up.
Yep. And I mean,
gold is gold.
We can do work for money. It's not like we haven't done it here. We can do it there as well. And I mean, there is very high possibility that for your item, they are gonna want us to do something.
Yeah, I think as much.
Or pay something, so...
I'm assuming we'll have to do something to... At least I'll have to do something to prove myself, to earn the right to use it.
Yup.
But, let's see. I hope the...
Are we ready, then?
Just gonna, like, do, like, an underbreath comment.
Are you ready?
Just gonna do, like, an underbreath comment. Like, I hope the Phalor won't just be confused, like, that I just disappear from this plane or something.
Hey, deities usually are similar to every plane. They are specifically everywhere.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I mean, Feywild is kind of connected to all sorts of places.
Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be something... Hell is the similar and the same.
Somehow that makes it more uncomfortable that they can follow you in any plane.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. If you do something with them, they will follow you everywhere.
But I digress. I'm ready.
Okay. I assume we do have Torin.
I would hope.
I mean, if you want Torin to come along, you can.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we can grab Torin along. A cleric is never bad.
Torin. We need Torin.
Torin kind of gets her usual face of, oh boy, an adventure.
Well,
you are not getting rid of us.
At least we shouldn't have to combat things necessarily, depending on what they ask. But we shall see.
Besides, imagine you are a princess of a foreign plane, come to diplomacy things, blah blah blah, something. Like that.
I don't think
that makes it better.
You're going there to get goodies. You're not there for a diplomatic mission.
Hey, you could be.
I'm not going to be.
All right.
Okay, fuck it, let's go.
She just kind of does her usual, I know I'm not getting out of this sigh, and, readies herself. Alright. So you start casting the spell. Check something real quick. What's your concentration check for?
Mine, I took my temp HP off because I still had it from last long rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think Ruoko had something like guidance or something going on. That's why she has that.
Yeah, let me double check what is actually being... there it is. Fuck, take it off.
Meanwhile, the saving throw for my thing is if I forced someone with me.
Right. Yeah, I remember that one, so...
How does one take off their concentration?
From the icons, right-click your character and it's in there, in the conditions. The status effects.
In the effects and character sheet as well, you can.
Yeah, it's like at the very back. So.
Okay. I always take it from the status effect thing.
Yeah, it's like I always go through the stuff in the back, so. Which is the only place I can find the damn thing.
You can just right-click it and then, boop. It's on the second row there. So.
Okay. Alright, nothing weird happens as you teleport. You do feel like a bit of, for lack of a better word, kind of like a staticky feel as you start to phase into this new plane. Where the hell is my thing? There we go, just in case we need it. But you end up popping into the middle of an extremely busy place. Like, fucking... Why is my video gone? What the hell? Give me a second, my fucking... There it goes. My stream was being stupid there. It's like all of a sudden the fucking picture disappeared and I don't know why. But there are hundreds of people in this extremely extravagant area, which you notice the statue that seems to be spraying water from the end of an extremely large mall seems to be a cleric of some sort with a wizard next to him and what looks like a swashbuckler. Strangely enough, for some reason, the third man with the rapier is based upon a chandelier. You're not sure why.
What?
But he's on a chandelier.
Okay.
There's a giant, bigger than the rest of a man holding a mole above his head where water's coming out of. A slightly smaller man that's obviously some kind of magician floating, looks like, with two wands. And then a guy with a rapier who seems to be riding on top of a chandelier.
Right.
All in this fountain mural.
Quick question.
Yes.
Last time me and Fanfear scryed on this place. They all, or at least most of them, had the same device that I have, right?
Some of them had them.
Right.
There seemed to be a certain sect of them that did have it.
Okay. Are those guys, the ones standing out, also ones that have it?
There are some of them that seem to have the same goggles as you, wandering around. What color was their tabard again? A moment.
Meanwhile, Rax is like, oh, I wonder if they speak common.
Guess we'll have to find out.
You guys get kind of a passing glance from these people as you appear in, and then they just seem to go about their work again.
As a player, I know this is as metagaming, I know everything is the same as in our campaign, but because Rax doesn't, so he's like,
it's still a very legitimate question, honestly. But even if you didn't, you do have the Helms of Comprehend Languages, so
yeah. But that's more like a roleplay thing that Rax is like, we didn't think about this.
But what the fuck? D&D Beyond, load up. Huh. Seems like it doesn't want to load.
Uh-oh.
Oh well. Yeah, I wonder if the site's down, but we'll just say that the guy's in green.
For me, it's fine.
It's not loading for me. It's like, I've been trying to load it for the past several minutes. Like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Really weird.
But whatever. It's not important what color they are. They seem to be mostly based for archaeological and like magical sorting. You see a lot of them with maps and tools like that wandering around.
Right.
And after a minute of you guys kind of taking in the scene, one of the men from the fountains approach you. It's the swashbuckling-looking guy.
Hmm?
As he smiles, a very big and disarming smile, goes, "Are you new interns?"
I don't think so. But hello.
Hello. So you're not the new interns from...
We could be.
It depends on who or what you were told.
Well, I was told there would be new interns coming in from Icewind Dale. You don't really look like the cold weather sort, except for any points towards Spluma, who's finally getting his bearings back after that horrible legend lore.
I like the cold.
Except for him, he looks like he's pretty comfortable in the cold.
I don't think
Well,
we're
I'm sure
exactly
we are
the
not from
ones you
there.
seek, but I do have a question if you don't mind.
Well, depends on the question.
Well, a lot of you are, she points like to some people that are like wearing like the device or something, are like equipped with like these interesting devices. Who should you speak to get one of those?
Well, if you're not an intern, I'm afraid that's classified information thanks to our CEO and co-CEO.
How do we
Right?
become an
What if we
intern?
I'm sorry,
become-
and he kind of claps his hand to his forehead, that, oh shit, I forgot. I'm Viari, official hire.
It's nice to meet you. What if we do choose to become interns?
Oh, excellent. I can get the paperwork ready, and we can assign you to different departments.
All right.
Which he starts going down all
Is there
these...
a way we could all stick
Real
together
quick,
as well?
Rex, give me an Arcana check as he starts speaking legal babble.
Arcana, there we go.
Okay, you managed to kind of parse out this slew of information he's going, where basically it boils down to, you might get a better deal dealing with the devil. Where basically, as an intern, you are disposable fodder, you have no health benefits, and can be called upon for just about any reason to serve as a meat shield for the main actual hires of the company.
Sounds like our life.
So,
But
mind you, it's
Can we-
dressed up in a lot more pretty,
Like, as an
fancy
intern,
words.
does it give us the right to just leave that at any point?
or can we negotiate the terms of the internship?
I would have to get our legal department involved. I think as is, once you sign the contract, you're locked in for so long, and the terms are non-negotiable. But you might be able to cut a deal with Mr. Dran. Or we could... And he kind of looks around conspiratorially. Goes, or you can come with me for a moment, and we could talk a bit more privately.
All right.
And kind of
No,
Does
we
a
don't
nod
have
thing?
anything else.
and kind of waves you guys off into a side room, pushing through. You see, he doesn't have to push through the crowd. They kind of make way as he goes, like they're just kind of used to it. And everybody give me a perception check real quick.
Am I passive enough, or should I?
What's your passive again?
29.
Insane.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, your passive is more than enough.
Oh, wow!
You guys,
We both!
wow, damn. You guys
Oh
do
my
notice
goodness.
that as Viari moves, the chandeliers seem to move in his direction as he gets close.
Can I
It's
do?
a weird, unexplained effect, but
Can I do an
Can
insight
you?
check on like the dude in general if he's being like on the
yeah, you can.
the positive side of things?
I mean, you don't think he's leading you off to be murdered or something?
We can hear them both out, this guy, and then go talk to the
Yeah.
other guy if they won't offer us nice things.
Yeah.
He does take you to what looks like his private room. There's a lot of rapiers, there's a lot of portraits of him doing various heroic things. One in particular that seems to catch your eye is him on the cover of a book with a bunch of dryads saying how I survived the Grove.
Like, looking at him, like, is he, like, way above our level?
Honestly, probably not. Like, unfortunately, they only have a CR level for him.
Right.
But what the hell is wrong with my child? He is probably at least close to being on par with you, though.
Right.
Your proficiency is a 3 or 4, right? Where is your proficiency bonus? I always forget. 5. Okay, so... Wow, it's 5 already. So he's probably not as strong as you guys, but he's obviously been around.
Right.
So... Different kind of grove rats.
Still a grove.
Yep. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. It's more all over your face.
But he kind of gestures for you guys to sit and pour some cups of wine. Make sure to drink from his first to show that it's not poison, because he can feel that you guys are a little suspicious of this.
Right.
So but he goes, okay, I have an offer to make that's kind of above board, but think of it as the fast track for promotion.
All right.
You see, I can go in and alter your contracts a bit if you're willing to test my new intern chamber.
Okay. That would entail what precisely? What is the intern chamber?
Well, it's to make sure interns are competent enough to serve the company.
Right, and
costs a little bit of a trial fee, but I'll waive it for you this time.
Quick question.
Yes.
Like, are those structured for new adventurers or more experienced ones?
Yeah, just going into some kind of murder chamber. Huh?
No. Everyone can murder. That's not hard. It's more of an intellect chamber. You can pick anybody off on the street and they can wield a knife, but it takes a real person to, and he kind of taps his head to think.
I do have one more question. By you saying you would alter our contracts, what would that part entail?
Well, I could waive the startup fee, the contractual slavery, the beneficial meat shield clause.
Okay.
And perhaps even give you a fast track to advanced intern.
That sounds okay, as long as we can just cancel it anytime.
Would that allow me to use the item I inquire about?
Well, I mean, you could use it as is, but if you're wanting it upgraded...
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about.
Then, yes, we would have to upgrade your intern statuses.
She is going to show that she has one of these goggles. I do have a pair. Or, like, whatever they were called. God,
that's what I'm trying to remember what the hell they were called.
I have them on my notes.
Lenses?
Yeah, it's obviator lenses or something.
Okay.
I just asked, like, what are the benefits for someone just coming off the street?
Coming off the street.
Like, I mean, us. I mean, me and Rax and Torin, I guess.
Right.
Here they are. Okay. And you're trying to take them up to a rank 4, correct?
Yeah, I think rank 4 was like I forgot what rank 3 even did. I think it just lets you...
I forget what rank you have them on currently right now.
2.
2? Okay, so yeah, 4 is the next upgrade. So... Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to upgrade it, we'll have to kind of push you past the initiate intern and the novice intern and the advanced intern to senior intern, which is only one step away to actual employee.
No offense, but how many stages of internship do you guys have?
4.
That's
5 if you include the fodder internship level, but that's kind of been done away because we ran out of interns.
So... After that, we'd have to do more things to be able to get to that level?
Oh no, you'd be senior, and then if you actually want to be a full employee, then you have to do some other things. And
right.
We haven't had too many full employees.
Right. And We do have the right to not be called upon for things too, right? If we're superior.
Well, the other interns can't.
But we could.
I mean, if that's gonna be a problem, we can just stage our deaths and go away.
Did you just say that out loud?
Yes, he says it aloud.
You just kind of, I mean, that's true.
But all we would have to do is test out this chamber of yours?
I mean, yes.
Could you tell me a bit what might await us in said chamber?
Puzzles?
Okay. Any fighting, risk of death?
No, as long as everything works properly.
So, risk of death is possible?
Well, I mean, you risk of death walking down the street.
Yeah. Well, I guess that should be fine. She's obviously gonna look to the others.
He kind of claps his hands together. Excellent. Okay, I'll take you to the chamber, and I will get the paperwork ready, and you can sign it when you're out.
Alright. She definitely whispers to Rax that, but look over the contract. Thoroughly.
I will when we get it.
Alright, so he, ends up walking you outside of the building, down a couple streets, into what looks like a rundown inn that seems to be unoccupied.
Mm.
Once he opens the door to it, you can see that there is a stairway down, which he kind of gestures as like, there you go, just go ahead and start when you're ready. I'll see you back at the building.
So we do this before we even sign the contract?
Well, I have to get the paperwork ready.
Okay. Alright. She's looking at everyone else, like, waiting next to the staircase. She's, like, ready to go down, but if anyone else isn't...
If I see one disintegration trap, I'm gonna do that to you, by the way.
Which he kind of looks shocked and appalled at that. Like, oh, no, we don't deliberately disintegrate interns. Accidents do happen, but...
There we go.
She is...
I
what
personally
I was waiting for.
Not aware of any kind of disintegration traps within this thing.
Okay.
So...
Why don't you test it yourself, then?
Because it's meant for interns, not employees. I need feedback.
I'm gonna go ahead and just, why not?
I'm gonna put the...
Why not?
Just
motivational speech, that's fair.
Yeah.
Could you, update me before we actually go in here?
Oh. Sure, one moment.
Good if I...
5 temp points, but also
what do we need to update you for?
Don't... I'm just... I forgot if... We didn't do anything last session, did we?
I don't think so.
Because I forgot if we did shopping or not.
No.
We did shopping before the last session.
Okay.
And then we had like a really short session.
Yeah, the very short one.
But at that point we got updated, and I think like...
Yeah, I'm also...
Still re-update
long
you
rested
just
and everything.
But,
yeah.
Like, as far as I know, everybody should be updated.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So we have 5 temporary HP points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
mainly
advantage
just
for
the-
wisdom
yeah.
saves.
Yeah.
Until you lose, say, said things.
Alright, is there any, like, writing on the door or anything? On the walls?
The first door does not have anything written on it.
Right?
But once you do come down the stairs, it does seal up behind you.
Right.
Which, a second, I've got to make sure you guys can see.
Surprisingly, I can. That's
Because
too
you have
much.
your lights,
That's
but-
too
Now
much.
we can see everything!
God damn
Put
it.
it back! Put it back! There we
That
go.
better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we
There's-
can't see the
yeah.
whole map.
So, but no, there is nothing on this particular door.
No, Revi, not
Let
those.
me get out,
Thank you. I'm just gonna pull him out now. Just follow us around.
you go.
You can just leave him here until we need to drag him somewhere.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing on this door. I guess I'll open it.
on this door, it says, as you touch it, or as you approach it, you suddenly hear a voice ring out, kind of metallic and hollow, going, new... Sorry. New interns located. Beginning testing phases. Please state your names.
Bob.
Ryoko.
Jimothy.
Ryoko. Bob. Registered.
Jimothy.
Jimothy. Registered. And Torrance just kind of... Sasquatch. That
Nice.
error. Registered. Does Jimothy work for the devil? Okay, marking those down. Are you prepared to be part of the elite force of Acquisitions Incorporated? Of course you are! Please enter the chamber.
Everyone's just silent,
short
just
roll.
listening to this voice.
Rax is
And if
like,
you guys hesitate for more than
yay.
a few seconds, you hear the voice go, please enter the chamber. I know you understand me.
Do we?
Once you get inside, the doors close.
Right.
And the voice suddenly speaks up again. To be a proper intern, one must know the value of things around them. And all of a sudden the room is filled with tables filled with foods and treasures and things like that. And in this corner, there is a box. You have one chance to find an item of specific quantities. Use your best guesses. And all of a sudden, the room just kind of, starts playing this very annoying music. Think like game show, just...
Rax is already like, I can do this!
We need to find an... A what?
They want you to find an expensive item in the room, i.e. they want something expensive dropped in the box by each intern.
Okay. Well, first of all, have, I guess, a general perception around for
Okay.
Rax can also investigate.
There
See
are
if
several
there's
piles of
anything
treasure.
Oh wow, that's
With the-
really bad for me.
Yeah, for you, but Ryoko, you feel like one of the piles of treasure over here seems like a good bet. But you will need an investigation to look through it.
My
Right.
passive
just-
investigation is much
Is it
better, though.
higher?
It's
Okay, we'll use your passive
24. It's 24.
That's fine.
If we can want to use it.
You'll give me an Arcana then, Rex.
Okay.
You will have a bit of an advantage on this. Okay.
pretty good for a +1.
So Ryoko. Oh wow, damn. So Rex, you kind of look around, find a table, and find a what you're pretty sure is a Vorpal sword. With your check, Spluma, looking through that, you find a fist-sized ruby. And Torin just reaches out to the table, picks up a fucking necklace, and drops it in the vial. As for you,
Fine.
Rio, she just kind of shrugs. I don't care. Which, when she drops it in, you hear the voice go, "Cess error. Finished." Ryoko, with your check, you look in there and you find a very fancy-looking golden idol with ruby eyes and jade highlights.
I do an int.
Sure. It looks expensive.
I'll show it to Rax.
Rax will, of course, help if people need. Like, he will try to check the things.
You'll have enough time to check one thing, because once Ryoko picked up that, a timer started, counting down from 10.
Okay. Which one? Rax will yeet his into the box, but...
Yeah,
Well, give me a dex check real quick for that.
and probably with mage hand or something, like, not like completely
Mage.
throw
I
it,
thought you
but...
meant like just eating. Like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
I'll-
One, and now Ryoko's beheaded.
Ryoko will just put it into the box.
He doesn't have a strength to yeet a sword. He's
Seeing
so-
the
It is a Vorpal, so you know.
Seeing the timer, Ryoko will just put it in the box.
That's fair. As soon as you drop it in, Ryoko, accept it.
Cool.
Jimothy and Bob. Time's a ticking.
I put it in there.
Okay. Bob acquired. Jimothy, your fellow interns are showing you up.
Damn.
5, 4, 3.
Is there anything
Are you dropping
else?
it in there, Spluma?
I think he did.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
he
did.
Yeah.
Okay, you did? Okay. As soon as you drop it in, Jimothy acquired. The thing snaps shut, all the treasure disappears. And you kind of hear like a ticking noise for a few seconds, and then it goes, we have our results. First is Bob, with 500,000 gold worth of equipment. Second is Ryoko, with 25,000. Third is Jimothy, with 20. And last place is Sash Error, with only 5,000 gold. What a shame. Please continue to the next room, interns. Your futures are looking bright. And the door opens.
Jeez.
Tor's just like, this
I
place,
can't stand this music.
this beats, I guess, having to fight beholders or whatnot.
So, but when you approach the next door, yet again, that voice appears. For this next challenge is weight carrying. Sometimes your fellow interns will be hurt in battle, and you must learn to carry them or your higher-ups to safety, as is your true duty.
Great.
Are you
I'm gonna
ready?
lose this one.
Sure.
Okay, I have magic
Excellent answer, Ryoko. Please continue.
Thank you.
And the door opens.
God damn it.
Torin comes in. The door's shut. The room seems completely empty for several seconds as you hear clicking noises behind the walls. And
Just
then
in
it goes.
Case, I'm putting I have these on. I don't know.
Of wrestling.
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's the advantage on the athletics.
Right, gotcha. Okay. So everything starts ticking for a minute, and then a chute opens in front of the door. And on the other side of the room, you kind of hear this popping noises as exact copies of each one of you pop into the room.
Oh.
They don't seem to do anything, and they all have a very vacant stare.
This is odd.
Do we just need to drop them into the fucking hole?
I guess let's see
Please
what the voice
continue to drop yourselves into the hole, or be dropped yourself.
I guess Ryoko will just pick herself up.
Rax will all just
as you
use
try to
levitate.
pick yourself up, it fights against you.
Fights against me?
Give me an opposed athletics check.
Right, I'm assuming it doesn't have the magic items I do?
It does not have the magic items.
But at least I have advantage.
So.
Wow.
So it does manage to wiggle out of your grasp a bit and drag you towards the hole.
Okay.
Is there a save for levitation?
I'm checking right now. I'm gonna drop it when I find it from my fucking list. I think there isn't. There it is. Step of power.
This one also drags you 5 foot towards it.
There is.
Okay, con save.
Seems like it.
And he fails as you, fuck you.
And then I will just drag them into the hole and then stop the spell and drop them.
Right, and they just drop in. Torin does see you guys kind of fighting against this thing.
I was gonna say, can I, try again?
Yes, you'll get a try after her thing. We're doing it in turns there.
Okay.
Levitate kind of trumps all of that, though. So she just kind of looks at us like, you know what? I don't want to fuck with this shit. Oh, that's way too big. Why aren't there any high-level cleric thunder spells, for fuck's sake?
Did my copy Shpyke fucking crit?
Yes, Almost. I think he critted.
My copy also critted, by the way.
Wow.
They do not want to go in that hole. And she pops meld into stone onto her clone and tries to push it into the ground.
I guess that could work.
Let me see how she does. Oh god. Okay, that's copy Torin. And yeah, she just and pushes it into the rock, which, as with Raxus dropping down the chute, you hear a ding 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 ding. So, another athletics check for you two, unless you have something clever to use against it.
Well, I will
just cast levitate.
Ryoko will try doing this first and just guidance herself and try again.
That's fair. Okay, go ahead and give me your check then. You do manage to push it. Switch places basically and push it. So you're both here. Right now it's there. Spluma, what is the save for your levitate?
24.
24.
Higher than mine.
And it's a con save, so...
Constitution, yeah. Rax is kinda ready in case Ryoko is gonna fall.
And you just kind of go, fuck you, and drop him. Ding, ding, ding! Everybody else decides to move in and help Ryoko just in case. Or at least Torin does, so... Ryoko, another check.
Rax is just ready to basically feather fall or cast fly on her, so if she's almost to be dropped, he would basically save her instead.
Gotcha.
So, because Rax is not gonna help with anything on strength.
So you go back
a
19.
Okay.
Yeah, he got 24. So Torin kicks in, so go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Yeah, Torin will actually roll against it as well to try to hold it back and help you out. So let me check this thing's... Okay.
I'm on 26 this time.
Both you and Torin just kind of hit and push Ryoko down the hole. Ding, 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 ding!
That's
the game's strewn music once again stops, the hole seals, and the voice pops up. Congratulations, Bob. You were the most efficient. Good job using that brain.
I can't say going up against myself is very nice. Kinda knows all I can do.
I didn't want to fight myself.
Really learn to do like Bob does. The rest of you should look up to Bob and his cleverness.
Please
Good job, Bob. And you see a little necklace drop down in front of you that's composed of a ribbon and what looks like a cheap piece of metal with a medallion on it.
Rax just looks at it like,
Which you see stamped on the face as Viari giving you 2 thumbs up. The last challenge is up ahead. Everyone else could have a chance of getting a medal as well. You'll be the envy of all the other interns. Are you ready? Of course you are! Click. Or it's just like, this place, fuck this place, fuck this place, fuck.
I don't think anyone really likes it right now. Just get this over with.
So, this last door, as you approach it, once again goes, congratulations, interns. You're almost done with this test. There's only one thing left. The test of selfishness. All you have to do is stand in the circle and trust in your leaders.
Oh no.
What?
Good luck! And the door opens.
Rax is like, oh no.
I don't know about this one. Do you know what this circle does? Is there any runes on it?
There are several runes.
Can
and
Rax
it is faintly
investigate?
growing. Yes, you can.
Arcana or investigation?
Okay.
Well, Spluma walks in the circle and
I said they wouldn't kill us, right?
Spluma is gone.
Well, if he's gone, I mean...
there is nothing we can do other than just follow.
Yeah.
Like, really?
After he just disappears, like Ryoko's just jumps on instantly, like fuck this.
As you touch the circle, you guys do teleport out. There was a bit of a problem though as you arrive back into let me go ahead and just put you back in Ebony Waters. There is a bit of a problem as you pop back into the acquisitions headquarters. Well, two problems, really. One, you're dropped into the company pool.
Ah!
And two, your gear seems to be missing. All of it.
Really fucking great.
Well, yippee!
When you do land on the pool, there's several people that seem to be acting lifeguards that start throwing you life preservers and different things. One of them casts water walking on Rax because he seems to be the most water,
Ryoko just swims herself
destitute.
I can imagine like Rax falling and then they cast like water walk and he's like,
oh! They're not that quick, thankfully. So, but several of these people are gathering, going, "Where the hell did you come from?" Oh, it must be the new magics department, huh? You guys got teleported like last week. Oh god.
Oh god.
But they're all fussing over you, and though a couple of them were like, "You're dressed pretty plainly for interns."
Well, all our things are gone. All our things are gone.
Yes, all that is left on you is literally the clothing on your back.
Like she's answering that to them, like that's why.
Rax is like, thank God I have my clothes. They are worth a fortune.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully you aren't dropping in their butt naked, but you're just a small step away. It's like, well, I'm sure it's still in the applied magics room. I mean, that's where they ended up last time, and unless they hit Jim in the head again. Hope they didn't.
Could you lead us there?
They're kind of cocky. Are you sure you're interns?
Well, we just passed the trials.
There was a trial?
We were testing the trial chamber.
They kind of look. You tested a trial? No, I wasn't testing. They gave me a piece of paper.
It's apparently new to.
That's why no one else has been there.
We got an offer to test it out to start off.
They kind of shrug. Yeah, I mean, sounds about right for this place. And they start walking you guys through several hallways, and eventually to this place that has a very large sign over the door, and the wall next to it, and the wall across from it. And the entire hallway is painted yellow and black in stripes, all of which are covered in caution signs prone to high magical energy. Please wear proper equipment. And very, very small print underneath, which you notice due to your extremely high perception, is the words, "Management not responsible for shape changes or other magical related incidents."
God damn it.
Well, and they kind of stop short of the door. It's like, there it is. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm entering, looking for my stuff.
You enter in, and the place smells, well, like a big alchemist's cauldron. You smell all kinds of rare herbs, spices. There's jars of shit all over the place. There's lots of burn marks on the roof, one of which you notice is in the vague shape of a human silhouette. And as you come in, one gnome comes up to you and goes, "Oh, are you the new interns?"
I think so.
"Oh, excellent. We had just run out of willing test subjects."
Well, first of all, could we have our things back?
Things? You're new. What do you mean your things? "Oh, the safety gear. Oh, of course they don't. Lazy. Come here." And he kind of waves you behind him and leads you into a room where there's these big, yellow, bulky, full-bodied suits.
No.
The protective gear. No?
You misunderstand. We tested out a new trial chamber to be, well...
There's a trial chamber?
Tested out a new one, apparently, to be internship, or part of the internship, and in the last part, our gear is gone now.
I wasn't aware of a new... Tell you what, give me a minute. I'll go talk to I'll call him the vice president. He might know more.
What was the dude's name again?
Vivar?
Vivar?
Oh, Viari.
Viari.
How do you spell it, by the way?
Like, do you know, he's just gonna stop the, do you know Viari?
Viari. Well, everyone knows Viari. He's one of the first true employees.
He's the one who, like, offered us this.
Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get the boss then. Okay. And you see him pull out a little stone, put it to his ear, and you hear this.
We'll just start walking away.
Jim? Yeah, go ahead and get Omen. Viari's at it again.
Stuff.
Yeah, we're at the unstable magics department. Seems like something happened to the new interns. Okay, thanks. And he puts a stone in his pocket. He's like, give him just a minute. And suddenly, in a puff of magic, with doves flying out of the smoke and just this ta-da music, is this man with jet black hair, bright pink clothing, and 2 wands.
Hello.
That's fancy clothing.
Thank you. I like yours too. Fellow mage, fellow mage. Excellent. Yes. So, Gizwocket was saying that Viari did something to you?
Yes. Viari asked us to test out the new trial chamber.
We have a new trial chamber. Wow, cool.
In return for being advanced to being a superior intern immediately.
Sadly, it displaced all our stuff and us, so our stuff is somewhere else than us.
And we really need that back.
I hope you find it.
I hope you could help us.
Oh, is that what they want? Oh, this sounds like a Dram thing then. I don't solve problems, but here's my card, and he hands you literally a little business card.
Okay.
This is Dark Magic of the Dark Magics of New Hampshire.
I guess she'll just pocket that for now.
Could we? And then at the bottom of it, it does say 1 free magic trick upon redemption.
Could we speak to Viari then?
If we could find him, but Omen will be here in just a minute.
Okay.
And sure enough, about that time, you hear some heavy boot steps in the hallway as a very tall half-elf man in full plate pushes through the door and looks around. Are these the people?
Yes.
Yeah, Omen. It's them. Apparently Viari's doing things again. Which Omen just kind of shakes his head. Alright, come with me. I think I know where he's hiding.
Was following.
So, and he leads you through several other departments, through some it looks like these parts have been kind of abandoned for a while. There's a lot of dust in the hallways. There's cobwebs. Some of the doors stick as he tries to open them. The last one he just takes his fucking maul to and breaks. And once he gets through that door, he kind of puts his finger to his lips, to you guys, and motions Jim to do something.
Okay.
Which Jim starts casting a spell, which if you want to Arcana it, you can.
Yup.
Try.
So I don't need to take anything off on that one. I'm just looking at my stats without the gear. So this one should be still the same. Yes.
Okay. He is casting, for lack of a better word, it seems to be a summoning spell. It seems to be highly, what's the word? Specific, though. Like, if you had to hazard a guess, it's literally the Summon Viari spell.
Okay.
And sure enough, in this empty room, Viari flops into the ground with his arms full of loot that looks very, very familiar. My guys!
Hello.
I'm glad
it's great to see you.
Took our stuff for us. So
I was just holding onto it. It seems like there was an error in the teleportation circle, and I was just looking for you guys.
Surely.
Oh, and
I'm so
he
happy
reaches
that
into
you
another
gave it.
pocket as he drops everything on the floor, scattering it, and he pulls out several little golden medals with, once again, pictures of him. Just glancing at him, even without a high perception, you can tell that the gold's already flaking off.
So,
and you're pretty sure that they're made of lead.
Where's those contracts you promised us to be superior interns with all sort of benefits?
Which, yes, Viari, where are these contracts? And you hear Jim, we make contracts? Right, and he fumbles around. I think I left him in the room when Jim dragged me here.
Ryoko's like also picking up her stuff one by one here.
Like he's making no effort to grab it back.
So,
everybody do give me an intelligence check though to see if you notice something.
Okay. Try. Oh, it's on the up and up.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. Rax, you do
Bluma
notice
is on
that
fire.
it looked... Rax and Spluma, you both noticed that it looked like Viari was starting to carve things onto your stuff. Basically saying Viari made. The only thing he finished on was your quarterstaff, Rax.
Okay. Hey!
Though Spluma, you do see on your cloak, inked at the very bottom is the words, property of Viari.
Okay, well, that's...
I wouldn't think the Nanners would like this kind of stuff.
The artificer that we worked with...
What's Nanners? Is it tasty?
It's the artificer that made this gear for us.
Oh, what you hear, Viari? Well, he does great work.
Yes. It'd be a shame for someone to claim such a thing.
Oh, it would be absolutely terrible. I wouldn't dream of it.
While like she's like grabbing all her gear, she's basically to the other people that are there gonna explain exactly what he promised us.
Which Jim just kind of seems to zone out as you're talking.
Yeah.
Omen pays very close attention though.
And she's also gonna mention that she would have gotten a rank that would let her upgrade this like glasses, which is what she's here for to begin with.
Which he kind of nods, like that's not usually how we do things. You are owed something for what our employee pulled though. And he kind of glares at Viari, who suddenly is very interested in staring at the ceiling and see what it has to offer. I'll cut you a different deal then. Tell you what, you join in, you'll get your superior internship, but you aren't from around here, are you?
No, we're not.
Would you like to franchise in your dimension?
That entirely
That
depends when that
like
entails.
A fucking hassle.
He kind of shrugs.
There is
And Jim's
already
like,
a guild in
"It is!"
there.
Like that Ryoko just said, that depends entirely what it is.
Do we really want to be like competitors on our guild, Adventurers Guild?
Not saying that, but we can at least hear them
But
out,
this
right?
place is basically what that is. I mean, we
you
can
would
hear
be
them
in
out,
direct, yeah, you would be in direct competition with the
Ryoko's only asking what that would entail. That's all she's asking.
What's with this stupid thing? Stop it, D&D Beyond. Stop it. Ugh, sorry, the thing is fucking fighting me to... He starts to list off all these things about guild dues and internship offerings and shit like that.
Can't we just do something for you and then
say,
you reward us?
Would it not be possible to just be allowed to upgrade this item and that be the end of it?
You still have to be part of the acquisitions thing.
Right.
The other option we have is for you to be part of our other dimensions branch.
Okay, what would that entail?
A lot less work on your part, for one thing.
All right.
Basically, we send you to another dimension and pay you for goods.
Okay. So it doesn't
Think of it as being fetchers more than anything else. It won't require any additional danger. It's just some dimensions have more resources of different kinds than others.
But do we have to fulfill such things, or at least once to upgrade these lenses, or how would this work?
Well, by being part, you would get the station of superior intern.
Okay.
And as long as you work for us, you will continue to have that position, and it will affect your goggles accordingly.
At this point, Rax is like, okay, I'm out,
Yeah.
but I am not here, the one who wants the lenses, so I will help you, but I'm not gonna sign up to anything like this. That's for me.
Let's see, I think she has. You do see Torin deep in thought during this entire thing, as she starts to walk forward towards Viari. Which Viari is still staring at the ceiling, so does not keep an eye on her as she casts Geese on him.
Oh boy.
Which, oh god, he's gonna suck at this. He has a -1 to his wisdom save. Cool. And you just hear, you will never, ever steal again. And you just...
Right? But,
Poor dude.
would you
I'm
have...
not trying to disappear.
God, and...
Just...
She's gonna speak to the, like, one dude who's, like, been listening to everything. Omari?
Omen.
Yes. Omen, would there be a way for me to just do a one-time thing and have these lenses be upgraded, and that's that?
Unfortunately, no. There will be occasional things. Basically, we'd send you a message asking if you can acquire this for us, and send the money if you can. Of course, you get a finder's fee, naturally.
Will I have a right to refuse?
Usually. But we don't deal with illicit or illegal goods.
So... So, while I do get these requests, I'm in no way required to fulfill them.
Well, yes, it's just we won't ask for anything illegal. Usually it's raw materials more than anything else. And we don't do slaves.
Like, out of character, I'm a bit confused. Like, I'm asking, like I don't have to do this. Like, if they ask me to, like, I'm.
You will have to do this if they ask you to remain under contract.
Okay. But we already, like, we did establish that the lenses already work, even with if I'm not part of them, right?
Right. It will go up to the rank 2 without them. If
Okay.
you are considered part of the association and do the appropriate work, they are willing to bypass a lot of paperwork and give you the rank 4 version.
Right. Which should probably still work as well without being...
Unless you break contract.
Well, I'm not really interested in doing, like, forever work for you, no. Item's definitely not worth it. It only does, like, one thing. It's not even that big. So I'm definitely not going to sign up to a contract for that.
He kind of shrugs. Deal's on the table if you ever change your mind. What's your name so I can get you in the right documents?
Just put it as Ryoko.
Ryoko. Last name?
Well, I just go by that.
Doesn't narrow it down too much, but Ryoko, Blue Dragonborn. And you do see him pull out a notebook and put all that things that he just said into it.
Okay.
One thing you could add is from Syrien. So.
What?
From Syrien, so the realm.
Oh, yeah.
We are from
The
Inbin, so.
dimension. Yes.
Yeah.
Which, if you do mention that, he kind of, and haven't heard of that one. Could be a very lucrative business.
Because it doesn't basically give any of your information away, but they would absolutely know if it's you, if it's about Syrien. Or however you pronounce the place we are in.
No, you've got it right. So,
okay.
I will give you some compensation for what our employee did, which once again he avoids direct eye contact. Come on, we'll lead you to the treasury. You can get something out of there.
Okay.
Which Viari starts to follow you, and you hear as his boot sucks off his foot as he takes a step. Which he kind of looks behind him and starts fighting with the boot as you guys leave the room. So they take you through several things, and eventually you get to an extremely large magical door, which you think might be made out of solid adamant. Jim does a little dance in front of it, taps it with both his wands, and the door opens. And inside are piles and piles of treasure. Mostly what you see in this is just raw gold, silver, gemstones, things like that. But here and there you can see magical items of certain points. You also see what seems to be a very large suit of armor in the back. which is it kind of looks like a beholder, honestly.
Looks interesting. Is it?
She kind of,
I was gonna say, is it like hide armor? Is it like metal?
No, it looks like it's made out of pure metal.
Right.
So, sorry. My nose. So he kind of looks around, tries to find something that might be, as far as he's concerned, fair compensation for this.
Right.
And he pulls out a couple scrolls and a and a handful of gems. So he puts in your hand 2 scrolls, one of which is a scroll of heal, the other of which is a scroll of delayed blast fireball. And then for the gems, he pulls out 2 of each type of these. He hands Spluma 2 blue sapphires, and he hands you, Ryoko, 2 black opals.
Wait, so who did he put the scroll to?
Torin and Rax.
Oh.
Okay. Rax would ask that could he exchange this for bunch of historical books from your realm. I would like to study your realm and the things here.
Sure, we can.
I don't need this as much.
Which Jim kind of gestures towards it, like, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him.
He will give it to him.
He just pockets it very quickly. Yes, Soman, we should totally get this man books. He needs
Rex
books.
is like, do you need more? I can do it.
But she kind of sidles up to you. I would not say no to more.
It will take time, though.
Well, I mean, I could just commission you, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. Here,
but I mean, like, the sending these things to you might be a bit hard.
No, I'll handle that part.
Okay.
And he hands you a sending stone. This one,
you.
Instead of the usual, mouth on it, it has a picture of Jim etched into it. It's like, just, I'll contact you through this, okay?
Sounds good.
And he just 2 thumbs up. Which Omen's like, okay, I'm trying to figure out. It's like, we'll have to go to our historics department then. Any other trades? No?
Rex is just like, anything you can give. I just want to learn.
Which, they take another long walk. Jim relocks the vault. And he takes you down to the historical department and starts grabbing some random tomes that seem to have doubles. There's one on the lore, there's one on gods and goddesses that are known and how they're worshipped, the history of Neverwinter and Waterdeep. He gives you a total of about 25 different books of different smatterings of forgotten lore or realms history and lore, including one that you notice that Jim put on top of the stack, which is Jim Dark Magic, Mage Extraordinaire.
Oh.
So, which on the cover has him dual wielding his wands, apparently shooting down a god.
That's a fancy book. Thank you.
And he smiles. Horse! Which Omen shakes his head. Oh, and he does put one other, which is twice as thick as any other book you have there, and it says Acquisitions Inc. Starter's Guide.
You have a lot of rules.
Yes, I mean, we have branches all over Faerun now, so you have to be kind of strict. But if you change your mind about the franchising or anything, all the instructions are in there.
Thank you.
Then he kind of pats you on the shoulder.
Them into his bag of holding now that he has it back.
Yeah, which he seems pretty strong, honestly. He kind of knocks you around a little bit with the shoulder pat, but he's like, and he does, if you change your mind, Ryoko, he reaches into one of his pockets and pulls out a little sack. It looks like it would maybe hold a few coins or something.
What is this?
If you change your mind, there is an application in this. Just sign it, put it back in the bag, it'll come to my desk. And he hands it over to you.
Right.
he does demonstrate by opening this thing and pulling out a rolled sheet of paper that should not fit inside this thing, and then sliding it back in.
Am I able to also put in other paper to send you questions?
Suppose I'll get to them when I can.
Right.
Depending on the question, obviously.
Obviously.
But, I mean, suppose you could use it for that, too.
Alright.
So, do we send you to the door, or do you have your own means of leaving?
Do we want to leave now, or do we want to explore?
Just before we do leave, could you, since this didn't turn out entirely fruitless, I wanted to thank Viari a little bit. I was a little too mad at him. These are a specialty from our dimension. If you could just give those to him.
Omen kind of looks at it, looks at you, and you could see the gears turning in his head. He's like, I will.
No, Viari.
You're pretty sure he has no clue what these are going to do, but he's got a feeling that it's going to get back at Viari somehow, so he's totally down with it. Which Jim goes, ooh, treats, and grabs one.
Uh-oh. Jim, no.
And pops it in his mouth.
Well, should we leave?
Maybe we should leave. Rax starts.
You start casting as... Oh, Jim immediately goes, I don't feel good.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Goes sprinting away down the hallway. God, the fucking critical failure. So you back into Ebony Water. So is there any place in particular we're aiming for, or?
Rex probably goes into his home or house, because that's the first thing he thinks of. He doesn't instantly be like, okay, the palace.
Yeah, well, I know that. Yeah.
That's why it's gonna be the house. And then he's like, yeah, we probably should have been going to the palace, but we can walk.
Well, when you pop in there, you actually scare the ever-loving crap out of a very elderly-looking gnome that was cleaning your house for you.
Ah! What are you doing here?
And she just falls into her mop bucket and rolls.
Rex, like, also gets a heart attack. Minor one.
Torton kind of walks over to try to help her up and clean her up.
Was the 15 int enough to figure out what the opals are worth?
Oh, I didn't see the roll, my bad. Yes, you estimate both yours and Spluma's gemstones at roughly 1,000 gold each.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that was fast.
it's like, oh, his lordship didn't tell me that you'd be in today. That's why I was cleaning. I'm sorry, sir.
I didn't know I have a cleaner lady. Who the fuck hired you? Or hired you? Not fired.
I always work here, sir. I only come in when you're not here so I can clean and not be in your way. That's what I was told, is that you don't want guests or anything, so I have to do it on the down low.
That makes sense. Continue. I just didn't know you do this.
Well, how else did you think it kept dusted? I don't go in the basement after I saw it was down there, and don't want to see that again. So
yeah, I don't
clean
recommend
that yourself, I'm afraid, sir. Any other rooms that I shouldn't clean for you?
You can do everything in the upper floors. The basement is only like let's say a test chamber.
But I don't
if you go there, you might regret it.
Right, go to that chamber. Got it.
I mean, there was a curse in there once, of course lying, that turned one person into a plant and stuff. Gnarly stuff.
He starts to eye some of the burnt plants in your room.
By the way, don't bring those in. I don't like them.
I wasn't going to, sir. But I mean, it does save me the trouble of watering them. I'll as she just grabs her bucket and her mop and just skitters away as quickly as she can.
Rex turns to the others. I seriously didn't know there's a gnome cleaning my house.
Hey, man.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I guess I will... Do you mind if is there like other rooms in this place, or is this like the...
Yes, there are several rooms in this mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big place.
Do you mind if I like have a room for privacy for a moment?
Absolutely. Take the bedroom.
All right.
I'm surprised.
Unless you want to go to the basement,
No.
which is not the...
Not probably for the purpose
it's heavily warded, though.
Yeah, probably not for the purpose that I have in mind.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You know, I do wizardly things in there.
Yes, I know.
Which Torin's kind of giving this eye at the wizardly toe. Is this something I should be worried about?
No, absolutely not.
Right, that makes me more worried. Just don't summon a legion or something in here, please.
I mean, I was tempted to, but I didn't.
She kind of goes from a whatever to a wait a minute. What? Run that by me again?
Nothing. He probably walks off. Does anyone want snacks?
She just follow you. No. You're gonna say what you just said.
Good snacks in my cabinets. Where are they?
Here, I'll help you find them. And she kind of grabs you around the shoulder, and we're gonna talk while looking, won't we?
Uh-oh. Good luck, Ryoko. Wish me luck as well.
Good luck.
So what are you doing in the privacy of that room, Ryoko?
Ask commune.
Okay.
To Bahamut.
All right. He himself does not appear, but the image of a beautiful platinum dragon does instead. I am his avatar. I will answer as I can.
All right. Well, okay, because she's a little taken aback, she's just gonna start, because she expected Bahamut. Do you know which god or godly deity has touched me, as was put by what I presume to be Bahamut?
Yes, you wear his mark.
I bear his mark?
Yes. Just as all your light does.
What is my connection? Am I supposed to ask to you or to Bahamut? Because you're not...
I am his proxy for the moment. Unfortunately, he is busy.
What is my connection to Bahamut?
You share blood with him.
All right.
As I said, as does all your line.
But do you
He kind of sighs. I see this confuses you. Allow me to elaborate. When Io brought all the dragons into being, we began to make our own kind to serve us in the primordial nothingness. Our gods made dragons, and then they made those to serve us. And within us, and their other creations, they put a slight drop of their blood to hold the connection. Most of those lines have died out. Yours is one of the few that survived.
All right.
Though greatly diminished after the massacre at your home.
But who was Bahamut referring to when he says, I've been touched by a god?
Oh, that one. Sorry, I misunderstood the question. Okay, let me pull up that note real quick so I can get you the proper information. Boop, 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 boom. Where did I put that note? Figures I fucking misplaced things that I haven't used in a while. Oh, I'd forgotten about that too. You have been touched by the goddess of fertility. You're pregnant.
If Rax would hear this, it would be again. But he's not. He's not around.
Again. So now within inside you dwells the god's blood of both Bahamut and Io through the kin of Lady Fervorous. And you have received a blessing from the fertility goddesses in lieu of that.
Okay.
In particularly, Shalya is who has blessed thee.
I'm glad it wasn't some fiendish deity, but it's not how I expected to learn about that.
You did ask the question.
Yeah. I'm glad to know, don't get me wrong.
Mind you, with such powerful creatures inside you, you may be targeted by higher fiends eventually.
Well,
Turn something that bears the blood of two major gods to their side would be souls they would not easily pass up.
Well, there is one more question I have.
Ask it.
What can I do, maybe in relations to Bahamut, to get more power for protecting those I do care about?
Do good deeds. He rewards those who do selfless acts for the sake of good, and not reward.
I've protected many, but...
So have many others. You must prove yourself outstanding to get his true blessings. I'm the example of one. You too may be granted power as I, should you prove yourself truly worthy.
Maybe.
There are only a few platinum dragons such as I that exist under Bahamut's hand. And we were all either exceptional warriors, healers, or scholars that benefited the world over.
She's obviously just like pondering quietly.
Unfortunately, there is no true guidelines on what you should do, but should you do deeds of good that do inspire the world as a whole, Bahamut will look your way, and given enough time and effort, perhaps reward you in kind. It is not one that he gives lightly.
Well, I can't say I'm anything but at a loss at the moment.
And he kind of looks confused. Why? I have answered your questions.
Yeah, but I feel like there's way more than I don't know. Obviously, my brother has way more of a connection to Bahamut than I do, but why? Why he? Why don't I do it?
And he has chose to dedicate himself to that. He has a fervor that not many have in that regard. Just to get you that answer real quick. What the hell is that happening? There you go. I don't know all answers, nor does your great-grandfather Bahamut. We can only answer what we know. He has dedicated himself in the way that a paladin should. But just because he shares such a bond does not necessarily mean he will be rewarded as such. Just as no cleric is guaranteed to meet their god while living on their mortal planes. Otherwise we'd be... And he kind of holds up a claw, this deep in various demigods and avatars. There are unfortunately laws and rules and regulations which none are at liberty to speak about. But suffice to say, should they be broken, balances would break and chaos would ensue. Even the evil gods know this and break them not lightly. For they know that the wrath of all the other gods that did not break said laws would come upon them.
He's obviously just like avoiding like eye contact, just being quiet.
And it doesn't seem to even notice. He's just waiting patiently, like he could wait forever if need be. If it is any consolation to you, the last who got knighted as a platinum dragon was a herbalist that actually created a cure and passed it around, even though he contracted it himself, the cure around several kingdoms and saved them by himself before he wasted away. He was too far into the disease to save himself.
Well...
But by passing his knowledge and his selfless acts, Bahamut chose to give him a boon, which he now resides. Where does he reside? It's been a while since I've been in contact with him. He is very hermetic, unfortunately. He only appears when he feels that his medicinal knowledge is greatly needed.
Right.
And thankfully, in several planes, he has not been needed for some time.
Well, I'm afraid that's all the questions I have to ask.
Well, hopefully next time you choose to commune, your grandfather will be available. Unfortunately, he does have other matters he has to attend at the moment.
Yes.
Good evening. And he bows to you very graciously and disappears into mist.
All right. Ryoko's just gonna make her way to the palace otherwise.
Okay. You do see Torin still engaged in conversation with Rack as you leave. But she does actually bring up a couple things, Rack. You kind of, for lack of a better word, teases you about what you were saying earlier, but she does eventually, you came to the cathedral that day. What was wrong?
Nothing. I was just, didn't know what to do that day.
No.
I mean, company is somebody.
Go to.
I know, but company is nice,
Right, and knowing you, for company, you'd much rather be in the presence of Reigai or Ryoko, certainly not in the palace.
Well, everyone else is busy,
Right, but your usual cue to talk to me is to get me out of the palace first, not to join me in the palace.
But you were busy as well.
But I could drop it if you needed help, obviously.
I didn't need any help, just company. Trust me, I just needed that day.
She kind of puts a claw on your forehead and pushes lightly. Just, if it happens again, let me know, alright?
Sure, and I'm not that... how would I say it? Iffy about the palace, I just don't like to be there, so as long as I have company like you, I can be there.
That's my point.
It's not that big of a deal.
You don't enjoy being in there, so you had me worried.
Ah, sorry.
If that's all there was, I will leave it at that, alright?
Yeah, there was nothing else. Thank you.
She kind of nods and just ruffles your hair. That's my little demon. So, where are those snacks? I am a bit hungry now.
Somewhere up here? I can't reach the cabinet.
She continues to help you look for snacks in your house. Much more jovially, of course, now. So what are you doing, Spoon?
I'd probably just head back to my tavern, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really got anything else specific to do.
Spar. Let's see who's currently on duty. Okay, currently there is Rith at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Baron is there. And Troll is on duty.
Okay.
So when you do come up, Troll with his brand new, very spiky stick. And you barely see Baba peeking out of one of his pockets.
Yeah.
Hey, boss! Bonky and Baba says hi to you too.
Oh, thank you.
Which he leans down towards you and whispers what he thinks is a whisper, but is more of a quiet yell. Bonky been extra happy lately, thanks, boss.
Of course. Glad to help.
What brings you to the job today, sir?
I don't know. Had a day off, nothing to do.
You want whole donkey?
It's probably a little heavy for me, honestly, but
it is a large great club, so
yeah.
It's literally your size.
You could try
So,
and get smushed.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't. Bonky understands. He big. Just like Troy. And he kind of, fist bumps his own chest.
Yeah. He belongs.
No one hurt by Bonky. Bonky no one hurt good peoples. Only bad peoples.
That's good.
Which you do notice that Bonky has what looks like a couple pieces of scalp on some of those adamantine nails.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's a bad person.
Bad guys no like Bonky. Bonky hurt.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yep.
Well, keep up the good work.
Okay. And he goes back to peering at the streets like he's expecting like armies to appear out of the brickwork or something. But inside you see that Rith is manning the bar, and Theron the brownie is zipping around on the floor.
Yeah.
Which the dwarf kind of looks up and nods at you.
Hey.
You also notice that
like day-wise.
Both it's about midday.
Okay.
Which both Splatuna and Diancaster are sitting at the table down.
Alright. I'll go approach them.
She sees you before he does because his back is faced towards you, but she gives a little wave towards you, and he turns around. Oh, hey, son. How you been?
Hey. I'm good. How's everything been going?
Had a couple ruffians the other night. Troll took care of them.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Which he kind of gestures towards the side of the room that you now notice, since your visors have adjusted, to have some makeshift patchwork on them where the plaster was. As well as a couple smears of blood that haven't been quite cleaned up.
Huh. Okay.
Like I said, rowdy.
Yeah, no, it comes with the business.
But, on a plus note, he reaches into a bag of holding he has and pulls out a couple swords. We did take compensation from them.
Oh, that's good.
Well, they're magical, so...
Oh, really?
Just wanted to see if you wanted to keep them or sell them off for raw cash.
I mean, do you want one?
He kind of shrugs. Not really.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we can just sell them off. I don't really think they'd be of any use to me or in my party of any sort, really.
Remind me real quick, Luma, did you have any way for the goblins to contact you that you bolted up?
Yes, the Sending Stone.
Sending Stone, okay. I was just double checking because it's been a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But he, kind of nods, puts them back in the pouch. Like, I'll sell them later, probably tomorrow.
Okay. How many are there?
There's 2.
Oh, okay.
And according to what he identified them as, they were both +2 longswords.
+2, dang. Okay. Yeah, I doubt a goblin could wield that anyways, so... Yeah.
Technically, it's a great sword.
Yeah.
They're gonna be having huge swords.
Yeah.
I'll take one, because I've got a +1 longsword that I could technically use. So I guess it wouldn't hurt to
slides
have
it out.
You can use your sword. What is this?
Yeah. Right.
A bard that can use weapons?
Yeah.
So yeah, he does pass you one of those +1 great sword or +2 great swords or long. God damn it, +2 long swords. God.
Yeah.
Goblin, Goliath, no. They both start with G. They're in cahoots.
That's cool.
I do need to check on how those goblins are doing.
Yeah.
Which you actually get a message from the Sending Stone about that time.
Yeah.
Great God! We conquer 2 tribes! We go to 3rd!
Okay. Keep up the great work. Just don't attack any humans, but yeah. Rallying the goblins is fine. Doing great.
I don't think they can send one back today, correct? It's the once a day sending stone? Or was it a different one?
That way.
I just bought a straight up sending stone. Let me just...
Yeah,
Basic
they can
sending
only be
stone
used
is one time.
Yeah,
per day.
1 time each way, so...
Gotcha.
They get your message, you get their message.
Yeah, that's fine.
So... Of course, when you get his message, his voice is filled with the usual reverence and awe he does of addressing his god on Earth.
To find a way to send them some food at some point.
You can tell them they can cast commune by that. Because they are casting it on you.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious if somebody... Oh, that's good. You do hear another voice, though, Spluba. This one in your head and very bestial and rough. Your hunting party does well.
Oh. Yeah. We've been knocking it out of the park.
Good. I will watch over for you.
Okay.
And the presence in your head is gone.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's fine.
One day you will overthrow Malar. You shall be the ultimate hunting god.
The most laziest hunting god? Nah, just set out some snares. I don't want to chase after this stuff. Make it come to me. Or just hunt things with couches just for the fucking lol factor. Because those things had like a 40 movement speed, didn't it? Some stupid shit like that.
I think it's 30, but if it's within range, it slows them down so they can like never really get away.
Gotcha. I knew there was something that made it outrun things. So,
Yeah.
like that's something out of a fucking like Evil Dead movie, just a killer couch coming after you. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to do for the day. You guys want to play like cards or something?
Splatoon pulls a pack out of his pocket. Of course, anytime.
Let me take a look at those first.
He pulls out a different pack.
I was waiting for a deck of many things.
Yeah, we can just play some cards. I can't really think of anything Shpluma specifically wants to do.
That's fair.
If Quinn can, the dragon lady, does end up coming back, I'll talk to her, but...
If you want, you can always ask Splatoon about it. He does staffing, after all.
Yeah, I mean, I think she said she was gonna come back tonight, but if she doesn't, I mean, I understand why.
Yeah. So... yeah, he does show you that the cards aren't marked or edged or anything like that. Compared to the other deck he started with. And just plays some friendly games of cards with.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You other two up to anything?
Nope.
I don't think so. Like, my things are after a week. Yeah, so. The coffin, I mean, so.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll just chill with Thorin.
Fair
if
enough.
she stays. So.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have anything pressing to do, so she'll spend time with you.
Yeah.
And of course, help you get all the snacks out of the top shelves.
It's complete, excuse, because he could use Mage Hand, but...
Oh, yeah, but still. Night does come, Spluma, and she does not show up.
That's fine. I'll help guard the bar if Troll wants to leave.
Troll's fine. Just, he does take a break to eat something.
Yeah.
And by something, I mean he basically goes to the kitchen, you hear the Dark Elf scream at him, and he comes out with half a pig. And starts just munching on the thing.
Huh.
Bones and all.
Fair enough. As he deserves.
And, yeah, he just kind of walks outside with it and continues eating with the club in his other hand. Which, if anything, that's probably preventing people from causing a problem more than the club does.
Yeah.
Because you can see people that do come in look absolutely fucking horrified after watching and hearing the noises coming from his mouth. But the night there is pretty packed, honestly, despite Troll's imposing demeanor.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happens.
I'll do a performance later once Troll's back to guarding his office break.
I mean, he's guarding the door on his break. He just came in to grab the pig.
Oh, okay.
So, like, literally, he walked in, got half a pig from the kitchen, and walked out to eat. So, damn. You fucking blow everybody away in there. Like, most of the audience is so stunned they can't even clap. They're just enraptured with the performance you just did. And it takes several minutes for them to kind of come back to reality from wherever your music happened to send them.
Snap back to reality.
So, and just applause and cries for encore and things showering the stage, which you get a total of 42 gold thrown at you, 4 pairs of panties, and what looks like a jock strap.
No. Huh. Well.
Can you read Gnomish?
No.
Okay. There is something written on the smallest pair of panties, but you have no idea what it says.
Oh, small's not for me. I've already got one.
I've already got one that size. Cool. You now know Delayed Blast Fireball.
He already did, but I am copying for Jim. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So, are you letting him know?
Not yet. I'm probably gonna do couple before he lets him know.
Okay.
But because it takes 7 hours, so that's why
it
I
does
can't
take It's evocation, doesn't that?
Oh yeah, it halves the.
Yeah, it halves the time. So, because it also affects your scrolls.
Yeah.
So it only
technically,
takes
I could
3.5.
do 2.
Yeah, you could do 2 in that time frame.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 then. Yeah, there we go.
Still enough to succeed. So it's not quite as fancy calligraphy, but.
Yeah. I'm noting them down. I'm probably gonna do like 4 or something at some point, depending. But
I'd tell you to get rid of the materials, but I'm sure you are, and you've got like almost.
I have so much of it.
Yeah, you've got like material components for that shit for days.
I'm not gonna run out super fast.
And I have to get some more water in a minute. Okay. But the night passes without events, so everybody can get their long rest. Oh, it makes a noise now.
I have all the noises muted, so I didn't hear it.
Nah, it's all good. It just sounds like somebody throwing their head on a pillow. Just like, ouch!
Oof.
It's a pretty rough pillow there. Oh, but yeah. Torrent ended up staying in one of your guest rooms for the night, because you guys talked long into the night. But it is now morning. So, I'm not sure what you guys want to get up to.
Rax probably tries to find the others, obviously. He knows Pluma is probably in his tavern, so they probably starts there. Probably tracking Thorin around because he's not gonna let her go anywhere and go to work.
Fair enough. I mean, she's not complaining too much. She's a little confused because this is a little out of character for you, but...
But after that, he's gonna also look for Ryoko, but, like, he assumes she's gonna be either in the castle or in the mansion she and Ashura lives in. But because he isn't sure, he starts with Spluma.
Right. And it's easy enough to find Spluma, which... Were you drinking heavy last night, Spluma?
Oh, sorry. Probably not. Probably more just smoking, if anything.
Okay. Sort of figured, but... Yeah, you find him. He's still kind of resting by the time you get there, but... Diancaster wakes him up for you and just kind of drags him downstairs.
Breakfast ready.
Sure enough, plate of bacon, eggs, and hash browns.
Oh, wow. That's not half bad owning a tavern.
Which you hear from the back, "You underestimate my culinary powers!"
I'll eat breakfast. I mean, you want some? I'm guessing I see Rags.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like,
of course.
Thorin kind of nods, and it takes a minute or two, but the wait staff comes out with plates for both of you as well as mugs of meat.
I'm dragging her along because she's part of our group now. Like, so you won't escape anywhere.
She kind of raises an eyebrow at that, but doesn't correct you or anything.
Do we know what we want to do next? Just
or
like
kind of talks to her full mouth. Finish my breakfast first.
No, job-wise. I mean, I'm gonna ask Ryoko as well when we find her. Do you know where she is?
I don't, but I would guess the castle.
Yeah, castle.
But I do have something kind of interesting. The dragon lady that helps protect my tavern.
There we go.
She, her brother messed around with the Dungeon of Thousands. Probably got, like, stuck or messed up in there, so maybe help her out. I mean, she is, I think, a dragon, so I don't know.
I mean, it's
I love how
worth
it
it.
went from the dragon lady to I think a dragon lady.
I think it's worth it, but we might have to do it multiple times.
Well, yeah,
We don't
and
have
I mean, if
anything
there's
else to
something more
do.
pressing, I mean, she's looking into it as well.
Yeah.
She might not even need our help.
We'll ask Ryoko when we find her.
Where are you, Ryoko?
Just loitering in the mansion.
Okay, just wanted to double check. So
Was the mansion technically like on the grounds of the castle?
It was within the castle grounds. It's just a separate
Okay.
building from the main palace.
Okay, I was
So-
thinking like after we eat breakfast and then after we go in there, Rax will kind of like try to spam message that when we get close to the 100 feet, then
God.
then she might hear me, and be like, "Yeah, I'm here."
Bing.
If that doesn't work, then we'll just try to find her other ways, like asking other people. But
That's fair.
yeah,
So, one of the guards did say that last night he believed that she went to the mansion and probably to check there first.
then we go there.
Bug. So, you get there. I'm assuming, Ryoko, did you give them a key to the mansion?
Don't think so, no.
Okay. You guys are stopped at the front gate of the mansion by a couple of the guards. You know, who just kind of... What business do you have?
We are here to meet Ryoko. Just
And
to
your
grab
name?
her. Rax.
Wait, Ryoko, you mean the princess?
Ah,
Does that kind of... Don't you dare call her the Ryoko.
if you want to get legal with me, he pulls out the casual chaos, leadership papers.
Pushes your hand down a little bit. We're here to see the princess, yes. Oh, princess, yes, and they unlock the gate and let you in.
Aw.
Please, not on the palace grounds at least. I don't want anything to catch fire.
No. I wasn't gonna do that, but...
She once again gives you that, really?
No. I was just gonna... how do you guys say it? Assert my dominance? I don't know.
That actually gets a smile from her. Maybe next time, then.
Okay.
So, when you get to the door, there seems to already be a butler waiting there, who does open the door and tells you that Lady Uroko is indeed inside.
And then I sent the message, Uroko, come down here. We have work to do, maybe.
Okay.
And definitely because I'm bored and I want to do something.
Nothing's worse than a high-powered wizard with ADD. I'm bored. Let's rip open space-time.
She's just gonna grab her stuff and go down.
So Bluma has a lead.
Okay.
You do find them sitting in the study room where the butler left them.
Do you have anything to do?
Nope.
Me neither.
Yeah, well...
So Spluma thinks it is. Unless Torin has some special duties that we don't know about.
Which she can't. Then I wouldn't know about them either? I've been exempted from a lot since I seem to be your constant escort.
Why don't you put your name in our, group name? You become our, full-time member of the Casual Chaos. Why not? Come on, put it.
For legal reasons.
Yeah?
Right. I don't think they want me directly related with some of the, issues you're known with.
Oh, damn.
Issues?
We are the most, capable.
You definitely are capable. In many ways of that word's meaning.
Fine.
Which, my mother did tell me apparently she authorized a play about you three.
Oh no.
I haven't seen it.
Do we want to see it?
She kind of...
When is it gonna be? Can we meet the actors?
No. It's like, I mean...
Is it a mirror image thing?
No, I think it's just actors dressed up like you. I don't think they're casting illusions or anything. But I'm not sure what it's about. She didn't tell me. She just kind of mentioned it in passing.
Damn.
So
because no one's gonna act me if I don't approve it.
Which you could see in her mind the mental battle that's going on. Well, should I let him have input? Well, I do know where the theater is. I suppose we could go meet them if you'd like.
I mean, unless we don't have anything else to do. I won't drag you guys in there. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really got anything to do. Specifically.
Other than the dragon thing. I mean, Ryoko, you would love this mission. We would go into the dungeons.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just don't have a solid lead on anything yet, because I know she said something about him messing around with the actual construct of the place, and I don't know where we'd go from there.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky, but I mean, she might be in Shine then, if she's already investigating it.
Yeah, she might be.
Besides, I think the god that made it is kinda not around anymore.
Hmm?
Arguably, according to what you know, it was a very powerful, completely, absolutely fucking nuts wizard that may or may not have ascended to godhood.
Oh, okay. I
it's
thought
kind of.
I thought it was made by one of the dragon goddesses, the amethyst one that we kind of, or I kind of fucked up, but.
I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Because I remember that they had the Shine had her statue made out of amethyst in the middle of the town, and at the same time she had made it to put some creatures in forever prison kind of thing.
Let me see.
I don't remember either. It's just vague thing.
Yeah, it's like I do not think it's the case, but I want to double check my own lore because it has been a while since I brought that up.
Yeah.
So, blah, 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 blah.
And it's been a while we actually
she did not. She did not.
Okay.
So, that could be a very common myth, though. Like, honestly, it would make sense, in that sort of thing. But as far as everybody knows, unless proved otherwise, some wizard made it just for yucks.
Okay.
And nobody knows why or even his name at this point because it's been around for so long. Okay, are you wanting to go bug the theater or just go to the dungeons? Because that seems to be your two plans.
Either is fine. I don't really need to put racks and have that like RP kind of thing. We can instantly go to the actual mission in my mind. Unless you guys want to check it.
I'm fine with either. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The other thing with the, I just don't know where we would start. I mean, just going there, I guess, would be a good start for the dungeon thing. But
I mean, we can do a couple dungeons as well, like just for money and see what comes up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also try to investigate the thing.
Right.
All right. So I guess the theater first. So. After you guys do finish eating,
I thought we were skipping.
Oh, is it that? Okay, it's like I was getting both things there because Lamb was saying one or the other. So which one?
Oh, I think we were just talking about we wouldn't know what to do when we're in Shine immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
But we can just do dungeons.
Like
I guess, so that's fine.
Yeah, let's go there. We don't need to do that.
Shine it is.
I do need to have to change my spells, but I would have done it on the rest. There.
Right.
I think I took my teleport out for the plane shift.
Shine. There it is.
There is that. And where is the one?
I am going to have to update the tokens. They are out of date. So give me a second.
Yep. Wait for a moment anyway for me. I'm preparing one spell.
It's all good. Just let me know when I need to update, yes.
It should be fine now. I just added it.
Okay. We'll update you real quickly then. Okay. So you guys... Oh, I do need to check that. Are you using the circle of teleportation or the public?
My circle. I'm gonna use.
Okay.
For us to go.
That's
so it's
what
the
I
same
wanted
one.
to check real quick.
But that's exactly the spell that I had to change, basically, for during the night, because I didn't have it
gotcha,
on the plane shift.
Gotcha, not a problem.
But
it
I'm
should be
definitely still gonna
updating in a
use it.
second. Hopefully. It's kind of taking a sweet damn time.
How long did it take? It doesn't really matter because I can just take one spell off my list.
Yeah, it's all
I
good.
just need to check what the amount of money I have to pay for it.
I think it's 50 gold?
50 gold, yeah. Of materials, because I have a lot.
Yeah, because it's all powdered gemstone.
Yeah. Or chalks, I think. Yeah, chalks.
Or chalks, as long as it's magic stuff. Okay, and we got Ryoko back.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys do pop into Shine. You get hoarded, kind of pushed out of the area, which of course it's as busy as ever. Adventurers of all cuts are still here, going in, going out, doing all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just wanting to make a beeline to the dungeons, or?
I mean, I could try locate creature, but it's only like 1,000 feet. So I don't know.
Right.
I think we can still move around. It's like an hour or something long, so we can go around and see if it pings anywhere.
Yeah, it does last for a while. It's not like you ping it once and it's done. So
yeah, might as well then.
How long does it actually last?
Last
an hour. Okay, then it's good.
Yeah, and I'll just look for Quincan. Or Quincan.
for your
dragon.
Okay, yeah, for him. That's right. Okay. Okay. So you do not get any sort of ping when you start up the spell. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay. Oh, sorry. Is there anywhere you're wanting to visit in town, or like I said, are you just heading straight to?
I don't have anything to do in Shinetown besides the dungeon, so.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything either. I do have money, but I don't need anything specific.
Anything to buy right now, yeah.
I mean,
is there a potion shop?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Might as well.
And
like the city wouldn't have a pub.
Also, Rax would probably check if the magic shop happens to have the flying carpet. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's just something Rax would like instead of the room.
Have. Well, if any place has it, it would be around here, so...
Yeah. And it depends how much money it is, because it's just like a technically custom thing.
Right. That. Okay, you would probably have the best chance of finding one at the Amethyst Dragon.
Yep, so he will go there. Probably still following first Spluma, so like first we can do the locate creature, so Rax doesn't like split up of the group or anything, but he will still look at it while we are walking, and probably runs in there for quick.
Okay, just kind of nips in along the way. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you kind of rush in, look around, find the shop owner, who's the little kobold, who's like,
do you have the?
You're not expecting a wizard just to kick in the door and go, "I need a carpet now." Let me
My
see
friends
if he
are
has
going.
I'm in a hurry! Quick! He nods. I have a flying carpet. Yes. It's the He takes it out, and it is the
How much?
well, 15,000.
15,000. Okay. What else? What were you gonna say?
He was trying to show you the size was the 5 by 7 foot.
Okay, 5 by 7. I'll mark it down for myself. I'll buy it.
Okay.
Just a second. He checks it will identify in case it's cursed, but if it's not, then he just takes it.
Fair enough. You identify it as a flying carpet.
Okay.
So it does not seem to be cursed or anything.
I will take the money out. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Everybody in the store kind of watches this insane magician leave that place with a carpet just slung over his shoulder.
Then he like flops it and chases after the party with the carpet.
I mean, it moves just fast enough since it has a 40 fly speed, so.
Nice.
Mind you, you're getting a couple looks, but it seems like most people aren't even giving you a second glance flying around like that.
This is more comfortable, guys. The broom hurts my butt.
Better suspension. Torin just kind of and climbs up on the carpet.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
Alright, so you guys continue to head that way. Your thing is still not pinging Bluma.
Mm-hmm.
Once you are let inside the guild or the dungeon's reception hall, it goes absolutely fucking berserk.
Yeah.
It's pinging like he's in multiple places at once and moving around at the same time.
Oh, not the brother, the actual bouncer herself.
Oh, okay. You said the brother name.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good.
So, okay, I misunderstood. So,
yeah.
I heard the brother. I didn't hear you say her name. So my bad. Yeah, 15K. That is correct.
Oh, is Quincan the brother's name?
No. Quincan is her name. So Ring is his name. So I'm sorry. was having you ping the wrong person. You actually get a ping close to the dungeon. She seems to be staying in an inn nearby.
Oh, okay. I guess we can
called
just go
the
there
Dragon's Roost.
Yeah. Fitting.
Most of the things here are kind of dragon themed. I mean, most of the shop owners are kobolds.
Right.
If you do head in, I'm assuming you are.
Yeah.
You are greeted at the door by a little tiny kobold. GG welcomes you. Friends!
Yes.
You are back! Come in, come in, come in, come in! And
long time no see.
Very long time no sees. You's okay, that's good thing. Less of you though, what happened to others?
We don't talk about that.
Oh, bad stories. GG understands. Sorry. Here, I get you free drink for toast to them.
And two of them are still alive though.
Still separated, sad. No having friends with you is still sad, even if not dead. But even one dead, shots too. And she yells at a couple of the other kobolds who bring 4 mugs of ale and 3 shots of what smells like some pretty potent whiskey. And
also,
then
one more
GG
thing about the carpet. It was the 5
by 7.
By 7, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Right, 1.
5 by 7. So.
Thank you.
No problems. I think they're all by 20, but whatever.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah,
there were
it's the 600-pound carrying one, so that moves it 40 foot per round.
Yeah. Now I have the right one. There were smaller ones, so I was like, did I get the smallest or this was the the third?
You
biggest?
got almost the biggest.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she gets a mug for herself too, and just 2 friends, and downs the mug. Then grabs the shot glass, 2 dead friends, and downs that one.
I don't think we should drink right now, but
if you need something else, tell GG. Okay, we help you.
Friends.
Your ping is coming from upstairs, Spluma.
Okay. I mean, if they're fine with it, I'll just head up there.
They're not going to stop you, so.
Yeah.
But you get to the door and you can hear her pacing inside, mumbling to herself. Do you speak Draconic? I forget.
I don't think so.
Okay. You don't know what she's saying, but she sounds very agitated.
Yeah. If Rax or Ryoko is following, of course, we can translate, but...
Right. I don't know if you're following or not.
I think Rax would, unless...
Ryoko's not drinking, so she's following.
Yeah, like, Rax would also follow unless Pluma says not to, because he knows that Pluma
will tag along too, then.
Yeah.
So... You guys can hear her just talking. It sounds like she's planning. You're only catching snippets through the door because she's not speaking exceptionally loud, but she's talking about what spells might be involved. Hey, these are the rumors I've heard, so he's been spotted here and here. Just a bunch of disjoint. Think like a conspiracy theory in a room.
I'll just do like a light knock on the door.
The talking immediately stops, and she slowly opens the door, starts to go, "Who and boss? What are you doing here?"
Hey, we were bored and wanted something to do.
Which, bro, that bored, huh?
And I mean, if you don't want help, that's fine. But we were gonna just mess around with the Dungeon of Thousands. So if you did have,
Rax speaks in, and we are the best help you can get. I shouldn't be the one advertising our group. It should be you, Spluma.
I mean, I would say we're pretty capable.
Well, I could probably... Oops, got my chips. I could probably use some help, so I guess... Come in. She opens the door the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, inside you see several notes, all written in Draconic, just all over the place. It looks like something like Rax in the middle of researching something would be. And she kind of gestures for you guys to sit down where there's room. And goes, "Well, I found out a little bit. I'm not sure how much of this is reliable or not, and how much of it's just wild rumors. But some people have said that they've seen a when she looks at the other three in your party, Sploom, and kind of gives you that, do they know?
Very vaguely, but I mean, they're nothing to worry about. They're not gonna go and tell anybody or anything.
She kind of slowly nods on that. There's been sightings of a bronze dragon on some expeditions.
Yeah,
but it seems to be quite mad.
Oh.
You can't reason with it, it won't talk, it just immediately attacks. Which is fairly similar to most creatures in the dungeon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you think would it help if we just knock him out and bring him out or something? Or would he just completely go bonkers in here?
She shrugs. I've never heard of something being absorbed by the dungeon and coming out. Well, assuming he's absorbed by the dungeon.
We can try to find a way.
Which she does pull out some other things. I've heard some rumors of there is ways to manipulate the dungeon, for lack of a better word, to, I guess you'd say, achieve certain settings. Themes, if nothing else. I don't know if these are accurate. I haven't got to try them myself, but... And she looks at you, Rex, and hands you a sheet of paper that's just covered with arcane scribbles.
Rex will try to, of course, understand it. Do I need to roll? Or...
Yes, please.
Just Arcana, normal.
Yeah, just Arcana.
There we go.
You kind of... Okay, I see where they're going with this. And basically it's certain phrases and items that may or may not manipulate the dungeon's settings. The one she has written down is bringing dragon-based gear. Seems to have a higher chance of getting you dragon-based inhabitants. Another one she has is bringing lava rocks. Seems to have a increased chance of lava traps and lava-based creatures. And the last one is, don't bring that gnome.
What gnome?
I don't know, but I just found the phrase. I have no idea what gnome it is. These were in some old books.
I want to try to bring a gnome in there.
She shrugs. I have no idea what it'll do. And I don't know if it's a specific gnome or any gnome.
I assume it's a specific gnome, but
I mean,
if
it
it's
sounds
any
like
gnome...
It, but I certainly haven't picked up any gnomes and brought them in. I've seen gnomes do the dungeon before.
That's what I was almost about to ask, that something happened to gnomes going in, but no.
I don't think so. At least the gnomes haven't told me otherwise.
Suspicious.
It's like, but then again, most of the gnomes I see going in there are spellcasters, so maybe if it was like a martial gnome, maybe they got it mistaken for a halfling or something. But the other part of it was cut off. That was all I managed to copy out of the book.
Well, I don't think we want to mess with the gnomes right now, even if it's tempting.
Oh. She kind of nods on that. I don't think it would help anything unless maybe it's like I don't know, an administrator mode that it activates.
Yeah.
But then again,
all powerful nature. No.
It's like she's just kind of, could be, a specific gnome, could be a clan of gnomes, it could be space gnomes for all I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
one of those most wild ones, the garden gnomes.
She nods sagely in agreement. Nasty little creatures those are. But that's what I've managed to glean through just talking to people and researching. I managed to, and she kind of gets a little bit of a bashful look on her face, convince one of the curators to loan me that book. It wasn't as much help as I thought it might be.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we could look around for a scroll of legend lore? If not, I can use it. I'd just rather say the spells if we are going to go in there and maybe see what we can find out about the place.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, probably too much information.
I believe so, because the wizard I hired to cast that went away drooling and took a day and a half to get back on his feet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And even then, all he could say that he saw through the legend lore was bricks moving.
Huh. Okay.
You're welcome to give it a try if you want.
You already fried your brain once last time.
Yeah.
Rax has done it, what, like 4 times now?
We don't talk about that!
All the forbidden knowledge he keeps diving into.
It's your turn now, Spluma.
Your brain must be melted for the party, Spluma. I mean, she kind of looks around, pulls out, I do have a scroll of legend lore left over.
You know, I'm kind of tempted, but I'm gonna fucking do we?
You probably have a better chance than I would, but I can aid you.
I was
with
thinking
that one.
No,
what if I try to first think about the gnome instead of the entire layout of the fucking?
Yeah, you might be able to glean stuff from the gnome. It seems like a valid chance.
I get bardic inspiration. So at least you have a D12.
D12. I have that one lucky die thing. Oh god. I wonder if it's wisdom or intelligence.
Well, I mean, the legend lore is in your spell list, right?
I think that's something that I have ignored for now. It's
right,
something
but
that
it is in the wizard's,
yeah, it is.
foray. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
For greater restoration, I think Torin has that.
Yeah. Basically, if I go...
If not, she has resurrection.
You think I'm gonna die? Okay.
Well, it's more, well, I can't fix the problem, so back up.
I guess it's fine. I will try. Yeah, I don't have like a legend lore yet myself because I know Spluma has it.
Greater restoration. He does have.
Okay.
Okay. So you are thinking in particular about this gnome.
Yeah.
From this book.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. This one does not cause your brain to implode or anything. You get a picture of a gnome wrapped in armor, covered in spikes. As it starts to drawl in a very British tone for some reason about his name and his lore.
British gnome.
His name was Gimgam Stab.
Oh, it's him.
He was raised by orcs. The orcs were killed by wolves, so then he was raised by wolves, and then he was raised by halflings. He was a insane berserker that seemed to have odd magical fluctuations around. Whenever he raged, spells would go off randomly.
Huh.
The last bit of lore about him is he went in to the dungeon of 1,000. His partner was shunted out, only able to say, it ate him, and he became one. Died later that day of wounds and insanity.
That doesn't sound fun. Did he become a fucking dragon?
No, not that you're aware of.
Just something.
But it does give you the name of the person who did it, which apparently was the author of said book. It was a human wizard that went by Wayne.
would have I been able to like understand that this wizard is still alive, or is it a long time ago? Yeah.
This was quite some time ago.
Okay.
At least a century or so. And according to the legend lore you received, he did die a little over a day or so later. He had enough time to be writing. He apparently authored this book, and the last thing he wrote in it was the "Don't take that gnome."
Don't take that gnome in or out.
That part, you're not sure. Like I said, unfortunately, kind of that part was worn out from time.
Do you happen to have a second one of these so I can fry my brain on the dungeons?
He
we can
hesitantly pulls out one more. That doesn't sound healthy.
It definitely isn't.
It'll be fine.
I've seen things.
That just kind of gets a look from her.
Something beyond the reality of our fucking existence. It's not nice. This might be the same though. So here we go.
Okay.
If I die, help me.
Torn already has a diamond in her hand. She is ready. Alright, so you're gonna cast it again?
Yeah, on the specific of the Dungeons of the Thousands. And maybe how they work.
Gotcha. Alright. Give me a wisdom save.
Okay, so it's a wisdom. Where are my stats? Over there. Normal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead and throw in the Bardic Inspiration too.
D12.
12.
Yeah, it's roll twice, take the better one, right?
No.
Well, that's
it's a 12 anyway. So.
You get temporary hit points.
What's your actual plus to the wisdom saving throw? Because it's plus 18 right now.
It is plus 18. -1 actually, because I have my wisdom is still bugged. It's on 30 on my in Foundry, but it's 9 on there, but it's still the same. My wisdom should be 17 to save.
Okay.
So basically, take just one out.
Yeah. Okay, with that, you actually managed to retain the information, though it feels like your eyes are about to pop out of your head. But your brain just swole for a few seconds, and just information floods in as you realize there's tons of complex spells beyond even your understanding currently. That the dungeon itself seems to have something at its heart. Just it has a core that causes it all to function, while at the same time maintaining hundreds, if not thousands, of minor pocket dimensions, each within itself. You see spells moving across walls. You see souls being sucked into its walls, things being expelled. And the entire time you're kind of watching this documentary video in your head, you just hear an insane laughter. Occasionally punctuated with a very old, reedy voice going, "That was a good one!" As like a hero gets snapped in half by a dragon or disintegrated and things like that. As you see it, you see that something very important in regards to what you are trying to find. You see that there seems to be a storage area that makes clones of all the creatures it has trapped within it. One that normally will never, ever show in the dungeon. But with that save you made, you make out a line of arcane runes on the wall, detailing a space-time location.
Okay.
And within it, you see hundreds, if not thousands, of different creatures and bodies. Dragons, giants, goblins, humanoids, non-humanoids, demons, celestials. It is literally packed to the brim with hundreds and hundreds of creatures in glass tubes, seemingly sleeping. And every now and then you will see a copy of them fall from the roof and then disappear, only to appear in a room somewhere else.
Ah, okay.
So you see a room filled with automatons that seem to be enchanting weapons and armor and dropping them into a bin where the things disappear, appear in treasure chests elsewhere.
With the runes I can see, could I basically know how to get there by
you would be able to teleport there. It is on your current plane.
Ah, okay.
It's a bit of a pocket dimension, but you're pretty sure with just a teleportation you could get there.
Okay. I will, of course. Rax probably isn't capable of explaining everything without making everyone confused.
Right. It
with
is
like
highly
technical talk,
so.
But he will, of course, tell about the place that he could possibly teleport there.
You do see as you're explaining this, she is jotting down notes of everything you said. As you are explaining, though, you can hear a new voice in the room. Only you, Rax. Oh, you're interested in my work, are you, you nosy little creature, you?
Uh-oh.
It's been a while since anyone's head hasn't exploded since learning about my skills. You're impressive. What are you looking for down there, little one?
If Rax can, he first tries to think the answer. Basically, not
it does seem
aloud.
To work as you think the answer.
Okay. I'm just looking for one dragon in there, nothing else. Also, I love your style. Like, I am a wizard myself.
It's always rare to meet another one that can approve of true style. I kind of like you. Would you like to apprentice to me?
Maybe one day, but I'm a bit busy right now.
What a shame, what a shame.
Aren't you eternal?
So what?
Aren't you, like, almost eternal? Can't I just come to you at some point?
I truly am. But it does get boring just having adventurers come in here to die or almost die. I have someone to talk to.
Maybe we could make some kind of agreement of we give you entertainment of some kind and we get the dragon we are looking for.
What are you offering then?
I mean, I don't want to steal from you, but
you're smarter than most then. To be fair, I make them earn their treasures.
I do have to consult my friends if they are agreeing on things, but basically maybe bringing you something in return, or...
Well, I don't need things. Things are easy. I can create any things I'd like.
True. Do you need anything done?
Well, not really. I have the automatons to do that. All my golems and craftworks. They make the weapons and the armors.
Outside of your, like, dungeon and all of that, we could
you're
do
offering
something
me
here.
Away. That I would be interested in. One does get bored trapped in a core for millennia on years.
Rax looks at the other guys. But he wants out. Do we want to, release a...
Of course you do. Guy. Why wouldn't you want to let me out? The dungeon could still run itself.
Probably not. But...
Where's his sense of adventure, little one? I thought he looked like a big, strong adventurer, not a coward.
I mean, if he's capable of controlling all that and he's stuck where he is, probably wouldn't be too good for the outside world.
I do understand.
I'm excellent for the outside world. How do you think all these magic items get made? They fall from the sky? Stupid bard.
Do you keep making the deck of many things?
No. That's one of the few things I don't make many of. Because they're all a little bit strange. Oh,
Okay.
you're looking for information on that? I do have some knowledge on that. It's not me, but I know who is.
I mean, I don't myself care that much, and I assume it has a price, the knowledge.
Everything has a price, and knowledge, you should know, is the most expensive commodity of all.
I was thinking of that. That's why I didn't take the bait yet.
Oh, it's not bait. It's just you said something, and I could offer you a little bit of a tidbit. Perhaps I should talk it over with your friend. Hold still for a moment, and your body seizes up, and your eyes start to flicker like a projector screen as a little image of a very scrawny man that seems to be mostly beard and bones appears in front of you. Hello, other things dwelling with this little one. I am the master, and I bring you offers. Anything you might want. For a bit of freedom on my knowledge. Even. And you're free to move at this point. It seems like it is coalesced into an almost solid object, and
Rex does
Quinn Candy is just staring at it like a what the fuck?
Rex is kind of like just standing and waiting for the people to actually like speak, because he knows like most of the group is probably more inclined to do something good, meanwhile he doesn't care as much, so that's why he doesn't want to do decisions over them.
Yeah, Torin's just standing there with her arms crossed with a very no sort of face on her.
What would you want to do if you were let back into this?
It would just be a vacation, a bit of sightseeing, maybe try some of the local cuisines. I mean, I haven't eaten in quite some time, and I've literally forgotten what food tastes like.
By the way, does he seem like a lich or something from his
he
like...
is so old,
look.
There's a possibility he might be a lich, but
Okay.
It seems like he doesn't have that gray dead pallor. He just looks like he is extremely old.
Yeah, okay.
So, but he's old enough that's like, yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. If he is a lich, he's probably the best looking lich you've seen.
Yeah, okay. That was mostly like, does he seem like undead and...
Yeah, it's like he seems like right on death's door, but not quite across it.
I don't know. I don't think really this is our point to meddle in.
Yeah, probably
well,
not.
I mean, your friend there wanted to know about my brilliant creation, so I figured maybe.
Absolutely. We want a creature of yours, but giving you vacation might be a bit too costly for us. So,
well,
is there anything else you need?
I'm not mad or anything.
I mean, I'm mad.
Well, that's on you. After being locked into a box for so long, I'm quite unfortunately sane.
Do you have access
more like
to...
saying that it depends who is looking.
Can you move around freely inside the dungeon?
No. I stay in the control room.
Right.
I don't need to be shifted along with other shifting planes. I built this for fun. And everyone that goes in has fun.
Well, I mean...
to a certain point.
You mentioned food. I could cook you something and bring it inside the dungeon, but teleporting it to you, it would have to be on you.
No. I want out. I don't want to be fed in a box.
Promises could you make that you wouldn't bring destruction, death, unrule to the current people living outside of your dungeon?
Oh, you mean the city? No, they practically worship my creation as a god. Why would I hurt them? They constantly feed new creatures to it. Well, yes, of course there's lots more people. I was stuck in a box for a while, never on the surface. I was a child once. Oh, I miss you, Mama.
Me too.
See, he understands me, and he makes a gesture towards Rex. Mind you, this is like about a 4 centimeter tall version of a person on the floor, so... Just a little funsies. I promise not to kill anyone. I don't want to rule anything. I already have my dungeon, and it's perfect. Anything I want's in there, except for the outside world.
I mean,
sometimes you just want to step away from your work.
I think if anything, we should think it
have
over.
A breather.
Yeah. But is there any chance you'd be willing to agree to like a ease just to make sure? I mean, you are ridiculously powerful.
Yeah, and I'm glad you know it. And he kind of, brushes his coat off.
Rax has one idea, but he doesn't dare to say it because if he thinks of it, the dude also hears it. So he's like,
he is still inside your head. So
yeah, so
anything
that's
you
why
think or say, he does currently know. So
yeah.
Well, for starters, I think you should give us time to think.
Well, I have nothing but time, but you're outside. You don't. I do kind of lose track of how fast the things go out here sometimes. Long naps and all that.
We might go through one of the dungeons in the meantime to clear our head a little and think about it.
You get some entertainment while it.
Should I prepare a very special one for you then?
I've
got a secret hidden mode that they don't have access to.
Maybe not this time.
He is smiling probably the creepiest grin you have ever seen.
We'd prefer to go through the normal experience first.
Oh, well, you're boring, you sure?
Oh, we have nothing but time, right?
And you see him kind of cock his head for a second as if he's listening to something, and then turn back. I went ahead and opened it anyway. They might be a little surprised, so don't be too upset when you go in. It's going to be the little ruined one in the corner that has the dragon's face over it. I'd like to call it Godmaker mode.
Godmaker mode?
Yes. I've worked for it quite some time, and I feel like it's probably my most brilliant one yet.
So, you looking at us, do you think we could take on Godmaker mode?
Well, does it matter?
Sort of.
You're adventurers. You always try to take on things beyond your means, don't you?
Yes, but we also try to gain any insight and advantage we can.
Well, I can promise you that it has the best prizes of all.
That I'm certain of.
Which he actually opens his hand and you see various... You all don't see the same thing. Each one of you sees like a glimpse of the future where you have acquired the thing you want most in life. You see yourself getting awarded by Bahamut and becoming one of his avatars. Brax, you see yourself sitting as a demon lord over all other demon lords. Spluma, you see yourself in just the biggest room of smokables you have ever seen. And no matter how much you seem to smoke, they seem to repile.
Is it the same caveat as where if we're about to die, we get teleported out?
Well, I don't know. That's something they added.
Huh.
I personally felt like life or death should be life or death, but they went in and managed to understand enough of the runes and the way the spells work, which, good for them. They're so adorable when they try to figure out spellcrafting that they managed to make a bit of a safety net for creatures. I just made the difficulties.
Huh.
I'm a dungeon master. I'm not a charity case.
Oh yeah? No.
I do like that title. I think I'll keep it. Tell them when you go in there next time that the dungeon master gives his regards to those helping operate my operation. Would you please? That's a good child. Sure. But I suppose I'll leave you for now. Do think on it. And like I said, I did open the special mode for you. Should you ever want to meet me in person, per se. Like I said, I can grant just about anything you want should you beat that one.
Alright.
Ta-ta! And Rax, your eyes stop lighting up, and you don't feel the voice in your head anymore.
Oh.
But you do hear outside the inn, there seems to be a bit of fucking panic going on. As you hear cries of, "There's a new entrance! Oh God, what happened? Why is the dungeon active now?"
We might want to tell them, but there was one thing I didn't want to think of much while he was in my brain. We already know that he has the things in somewhere else than the dungeons. We can go there and try to steal it, but then we will piss that guy off.
Yeah, that's probably not a great idea.
And then we are in even bigger trouble. No
I don't
offense,
really
I don't really wanna.
I don't really want to have a threat of that.
And she kind of, agrees with you totally. It's like, I don't think I want to piss off something with the power of a god.
Luma.
Yeah.
You commune with gods. Maybe ask one of them about knowledge about him and how wise this decision might be.
I'll ask also one person I know. I'll just send them a message. They know a lot.
Yes, I can try to.
He will send a message to Asmo to ask what the dude is about, or if he knows anything. Like, Brax doesn't expect like huge info dump because he's not paying right now, but he just sends a message that, what's the deal? Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll deal with Splumas first and then get to Asma. So, Spluma, who are you trying to commune with?
I guess just Ogma.
Ogma, okay, that's easy enough. You see him appear and just kind of lean back in a chair, all relaxed and stuff. Hit me, bro.
Hey, I was wondering if you know about the gnomish wizard that runs the Dungeon of Thousand?
Oh, well, it's not a gnome. He's just odd. He was vaguely human.
Oh,
I think he still is. Honestly, he's odd.
Okay, he just showed
Was
up as
he
really
the
small for
Wayne?
us.
The guy from the book. So this human wizard we talked was the Wayne you mentioned, right?
Right, he wrote the book, but that's not the dungeon master.
Ah, okay, they are not the same wizard. Okay.
Yeah, Wayne was the guy who got went to the dungeon with Gimgam and got spit out, and then died shortly after. He was the one who was working on figuring out how to basically cheat in the dungeon and get the things you wanted.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I have my notes on.
It's all good.
Right. Keep going.
I mean, he used to have a name, but I'm pretty sure he forgot it himself, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
His name was Yuto.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
good to know. Do you know if Yuto was a danger to himself or others?
Mostly himself, honestly. He was
himself or others.
I mean, I guess technically some of the fallout was a danger to others, but mostly he's just was a danger to himself. And eventually became so wrapped up in his work, he became the dungeon, more or less.
Huh. Do you think freeing him would cause, like natural disasters, wars, plague, frogs raining from the sky?
1 second. You see him materialize a cup of tea in his hand, take a sip, and then spit take. Yes, I think it would be a very bad idea to free him. Who knows what he'd do when he's out?
Okay, yeah, that's
he
kind of what we
wasn't
figured.
Too dangerous as a human, but now he's been sitting there absorbing power for literally eons. Who knows what he might do when he's free? He might just go out and have an ice cream cone and pat a woman on her butt. Or he could, I don't know, bring the entire Black Sea upon you.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were thinking.
Completely out of his mind now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Well, he did offer us a special entrance to his secret dungeon mode.
Oh no.
That's also what
he's only opened it twice before in the past, and once it wasn't beaten, and we've lost some of the best heroes that this realm has ever known. The second time, someone survived.
Do you know who survived?
He nods. You might know him as, he kind of looks around with a little bit of a hopes that this isn't going to get out. Stupid thing. It's like I tapped something like all this text suddenly came out of fucking nowhere.
Hmm.
But you might know her, Diancaster?
Oh, really? I
Yes.
do happen to know her. That's very interesting.
This was, of course, some time ago, naturally, but she was the only one that survived with the party, and she ascended to godhood.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very good to know. Well, I appreciate all your help. I mean, yeah. I mean, not personally and regarding this, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be of service then. Luck, and he fades away.
Yeah. I'll burn
next up
something
for
for you.
Asmodeus. You get that familiar voice in your head. Oh, you've met Yuto. He made a deal with me once. That's how he got his power.
Ah, okay. He was tempting me with overpowering all demon lords and stuff.
An interesting proposition, though he might be actually able to do that. He has risen others to godhood, but there's more to being a demon lord than power, as you know.
I know. As well as it's tempting offer. I like being immortal for now.
Obviously, but no, I made a deal with him ages ago. His soul is technically mine, but he separated it from his body. So he is immortal, and I still have his soul. So we both won.
Huh. Okay. I mean, he's asking us to free him. And, well, it's probably not the best idea for the realm, but...
It would be interesting.
I don't think you are the one to say.
He just smiles, that smile of his. And you know I'm right, don't you?
Yes, maybe. I mean, I'm curious as well, but at the same time, I don't want to get... this is my home. I would like to live in it for now.
Well, to be fair, he didn't have any dreams of conquering or anything like that. He just wanted to make sure his dreams could come true, and the dungeon was his dream. I helped him achieve that.
Do you think it would be extremely bad idea to try and steal for him?
Most
from
likely.
him? Yeah.
Unless you made it very amusing.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to know more
he would
about
possibly be angry if you stole, say, a dragon, but if you broke in to steal a cockroach or a gnome, he could think of it as a good joke.
Of course you said that, dragon. That's what we need to steal.
He once again smiles. Oh, is it? Well, if you went clever about it and made it more of a practical joke, perhaps, it would probably make him laugh rather than try to hunt you down if you entered his domain again.
Okay. Sounds
Well,
fair.
The last person I know that actually snuck in and stole from him decided to gloat and go back, and he activated the god mode on them. They didn't survive.
Like, I do understand him, I would too, but I'm more thinking of our ways to get past this. You are not gonna be, well, you already said it, you would be humored if we let him into the realm.
I doubt he would cause any sort of extreme mayhem or mischief. Knowing what I know about him, and I doubt he's changed too much, he would most likely look around and be fascinated, very annoying and loud, and only disintegrate those who annoyed him.
Oh, so same as me. Okay, thanks for the info.
I think you would honestly get along quite well.
I mean, he sounds interesting, but I know people wouldn't like him. People don't like me either.
And they have poor taste, don't they?
Absolutely, yes.
But no, I don't think he would overthrow a castle or anything unless the king directly confronted him. He would just be
fair.
Your typical crazy old man, but with the power to change the universe at his fingers.
Ouch. Well.
Could be.
Could be.
Depends on which end of the spectrum you land on. I doubt he'd do anything to you if you freed him. He'd be actually probably thankful.
You know, I have a crew half full of people who would probably sacrifice themselves for the realm. So some mad wizard doesn't do shit?
But what if the mad wizard does nothing?
Well, then
no sacrifice is required then.
Absolutely, yes.
Though, if they do intend to throw their lives away, you do still have that paperwork, correct?
Yes, I do. I was gonna ask, does our deal reach into his god mode thing? Could you get us out of there if we need to?
You
give me an
insight check real quick.
Okay.
Give me an insight check.
Insight? Where is it? There is it.
You see something you honestly have never seen on his face before, and that's a flicker of uncertainty. You, I would likely be able to save, but your friends, I would not be able to save at the same time.
Ah, that's good to know. I just wanted to make sure.
He nods. You still have my word on that. And I will execute whatever I need to live up to it. I am not one to break my bargains.
Oh yeah, and we did agree in the deal that only if you are capable you can do it, so.
I am capable of quite much. That one would be trickier than most, but still within my abilities for one person.
Good to know, good to know.
In fact, he leans forward a little bit, places his chin in his hand. If you do decide to go through his special mode, I could always skew things in your favor with the right price.
What's the price this time? I'm sadly out of souls, but...
Well, that would be more if and when you decide to do it, since even with my insight, I'm not sure what he would line it. It would be a once it's built sort of thing. But given the power you could come out with it, I think no matter what price I asked, it would be a fairly fair deal.
I still could like to know the price before I make a deal, even if I do have this, we have mutual kind of worth in this.
Well, if that's the case, the price I can name up front is just a promise you will never directly oppose me, no matter what your wish is at the end.
I think that's at least doable. Oh, can we make a strike thing, that you also can do that?
Do what? Go through his...
No, stab me in the back. So basically mutual agreement, we won't go against each other.
I can make that with you.
Because I
don't think
have
you
to
ever
say,
would.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't want to, because I would like to actually be of use for you. But, you know, my paranoid mind, I do have plans if things would have gone south, which I never want to do. But
obviously, I mean, it's how you've lived so long. Why you're such a useful player in the game for me. I don't need dullards. I can get those a dime a dozen from any level of hell. Then he waves his hand as a parchment shows up in front of you, and it's very simply worded. I, Asmodeus, and the contractee, Malavik Raxar, hereby known as Rax, swear not to intentionally betray the other.
Okay. He will agree to that and sign it.
Which you see Asmodeus prick his finger with the quill and sign, and then pass the quill to you.
He does the same.
And the scroll rolls up and disappears in a flash of brimstone. It's sealed. At the very least, we are allied.
As we already were. But
even more so now.
Absolutely.
Now, you have the added benefit trust on sides. Which is a rare thing to get.
I never thought I would actually be able to get this kind of deal.
Well, you've proved, as I said, quite valuable. And I do like to reward those that do keep their value and loyalty. It's rarer than you think. So, should that come up, we will talk more details before you dive in. See what we can work out. But at the very least, I will not actively work against you. You shall not actively work against me. And I think that's by itself quite a win in both our books.
Absolutely. I had no intention to do anything else.
Indeed. No, as I said, he's quite out of his mind, but mostly harmless if left alone. There might be a few bystanders that suffer his wrath because he doesn't like the color of a butterfly or something, but he has all the power he wants. He thinks everything else is decorative.
That gives us at least some peace of mind, so that we are not releasing a power-hungry, mad, dimension-destructive person on the loose.
He is all of those, but he's quite content with the power he has. He has his own realm where anything he wishes becomes reality, more or less. Who needs politics and underlings?
Oh damn, I'm so jealous. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Should you wish to make that deal, I'll make the same steps to help you. Mind you, he did do most of the work himself. I just put him on the right path and gave him the ability to do so.
I do like to do things myself first. Thank you for the offer, though.
Well, of course we can always work out the details later, but I think your friends are getting anxious. So
yeah, I have been
go.
silent for a moment.
Till next time.
Yeah.
And once again, you come back, and Torin's just kind of looking at you. You okay?
That was a long conversation, but I got some confirmation. Spluma, did you get?
Talk to. Oh, and now real quick to Shpyke. Talking to Fanfare, and unfortunately, he's like, that's one of the few things he doesn't have any info on. He's heard rumors, but the dungeon's been around since before he was born.
Okay.
So he was aware that someone created it. He didn't even know that he was still alive. So, only advice he has is whoever it is undeniably powerful and could be highly dangerous.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah.
Ogma told me that he is very dangerous. His name is Yuto, and it'd probably be a bad idea to let him out.
When you say that word Yuto out loud, it seems to be longer and echoey and way more loud than you'd think.
You are calling to him. I got
the
kind
bird
of the same
silence and things like that. So
I got kind of the same vibe. I'll explain to you, Torin, soon. But in my case, it was said that as long as this place is interesting enough, he probably wouldn't do anything, but there's maybe a couple people that annoy him.
I think that's
reasonable. And there is always a risk. There is always a risk that he doesn't like something or gets bored because he has the
He's immortal.
Yeah, and everything in his
I think it's just
he can do anything.
Asking for trouble to happen to release someone like that, even if it's not immediate.
I don't really know if there is any benefit, really. I mean,
we can of course try to do the dungeon thing, but it sounds kind of hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah. I don't know.
Well, wasn't that specific dungeon just for fun, not for actually finding what we're looking for? For getting even greater rewards?
we found what we are looking for. They were in in this plane. The dragon is stored in another place. It's
where
not
it
in
makes
the dungeon.
copies of.
Yeah. The originals, I assume, are there, but the copies are transformed from there. I can't speak English today, but like transported from there into the dungeons. So the originals would be in that place that we know now where it is. But we would have to steal it.
Yeah.
Which would be also very bad.
But if Quincan came with us, I mean, this is purely hypothetical because I don't know if we want to do the God mode.
I wouldn't say so yet.
But if she came with us, I mean, I'm sure part of her desire would be to free her brother.
She does not, but she's very much with Ryoka on that. It sounds like it's probably more dangerous than even we could handle as a group.
Yeah,
we could try to find something to offer him instead, like something, anything. I mean, he wants entertainment, so we have to find if we want to find a clever way to give him that or
capture
anything.
Like a beholder alive.
But I mean, he already has all creatures. We would have to basically give him a separate dimension or something.
Yeah.
Or him
if we brought him a hot cauldron of plenty.
We could basically. We know this place is very unstable. Could we technically send a town or something like that into a plane of existence, and he can have that
like a
vacation?
An arcana for that real quick.
Vacation home.
Like, give me an arcana real fast. Yeah. You think you might be able to do that?
It's like send one town for eternal damnation.
Basically, I don't need the big ones. I don't need.
I think that's a terrible idea.
We're just kind of glaring at you the whole time.
No. Listen, it could be also anything in this realm. We could take a beach, something interesting for him, something new, something real, and just transform it into a plane of existence. We don't need to take Ebony Waters or Silverfrost or any town. We can take something small.
It sounds like he wants people in it.
It does. I don't think he would just want another boring, plain, nothing to it wandering ground.
Because I mean, just a sandy beach, I imagine he could make.
I agree.
But a sandy beach with intelligent creatures, a bit different.
I mean, some town could be maybe interested of eternal life in a dimension.
Which Torin gets this look of, they're fucking insane if they do.
I mean, some people want immortality. That would be it.
That would be quite a cost. But
but
you found one that's willing.
I personally don't really agree with that plan.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a thing. I was thinking that it's possible.
It might be beneficial for, say, a town infested with the plague or something, but I don't think there's just towns like that laying around.
Well, what if they're just suffering eternal torment because they're immortal but still have the plague?
And she shrugs. I didn't say it was a great idea. I'm just looking at the only bright side I could see.
And I feel like he would be bored. It has to be something that people who are somewhat okay with it and happy and have things. I mean, I know some people would be stoked to have eternal life with their entire community and family. I mean,
you say that, and Torin suddenly gets this horrified look on her face, she's imagining eternity with certain people.
And what happens if those people regret it? They can't get out again.
Their problem, but but I mean, that's what people usually look for afterlife. They want to go back to their families in afterlife and meet them. we could, once again, just saying, we could twist this belief of wanting to meet in afterlife in a forever family home.
The only
as a thing.
People I could think that would be totally willing and the general populace would be okay with is if you went to the rings of hell and transported some of that in there.
I mean,
he would be probably interested.
Which she just kind of covers her face with her hands. That I didn't mean for you to take that seriously. Sort of face.
I really don't care if some demons get trapped.
Yeah. Do you think he has access to a Tarrasque?
I feel like oh god.
I don't. Let's think about that after we do the dungeons.
No.
Sploma, I know what you're thinking.
I'll tell you what, Rax, give me an int check to double check your memory.
Okay. There it is.
You were unsure if you saw a Tarrasque in the amount of creatures in.
The one thing he does say that he doesn't really need fiends because he has them already. That's why he was thinking of like more good things. I don't know.
I can never spell Tarrasque anyway.
I mean, a town's a town, right? It's a demon town. It's a demon town.
Or maybe Fae? They are pretty, like, fun people in a sense.
I don't really want to find out what happens if I accidentally send away one of the ones that are in my court.
We just did another court, like summer or winter. You were at the autumn one, right?
I prefer the demon method.
I feel like that'd be the only one I'm really comfortable with. And comfortable is a stretch.
I would prefer, honestly, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm just saying this is a possibility. I didn't say we have to do it.
What's your idea on all this, Quincan? Because I mean, it is your brother that we were.
She's looking at all you guys like about half of you have gone nuts. Like, I was just planning on learning what I could to maybe make him appear, but now that I know his body's kept somewhere else, that does make things more difficult.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe I could get him as a prize or something.
I mean, that's still possible. Maybe.
If we do the thing.
Sounds like his ultra challenge, possibly, but once again, I don't think that would be the smartest idea.
At least not yet for us.
Either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that we want to find a way to either give him something else that he would be interested in. Let's take out the town idea. It's still there, but let's take it out for now.
Shoot you another look.
And try to find him something fun he would like, that he would be willing to exchange for us. I mean, my contact said that he would probably find it funny if we stole a goblin or a cockroach, but the dragon would be a problem.
God.
What if we replace it with a giant plush version of Set Dragon for fun?
Who's gonna make that?
Well, we could ask some Taylor.
It won't last.
Well, if it's eternal, if time stopped in there.
Yeah. I still like my idea. Got 22 tries.
We could always have a plush dragon made by a tailor, and then have it potentially be animated as a golem and offer it as a replacement.
Spluma, how do you think we are gonna trap that thing?
We don't. We teleport out immediately.
It's his problem now.
I mean, it would be fun for him, maybe.
Yeah. Or another lich that he could mess around with.
Where did we find a lich?
Liches don't exactly just grow on trees.
I mean, we know Bob, but we don't want to send him there.
Beans, though.
I'm still for the golem method. No soul gets hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
Someone gets a giant plushie.
That's like the prank.
A dragon golem that would resemble the original.
Cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, he does have automatons and golems already, but not probably a dragon.
And then we switch them out. You teleport, like,
One
we teleport
question
in
would
and
be
out
how
with
we
them.
make it.
You think he
Well,
wouldn't notice that a normal bronze dragon would have been gone missing?
Maybe he also sees that as a fun joke and takes it. I mean, it's quite a thing to have a custom dragon made and then have it animated as a golem to replace an actual dragon.
Yeah.
I don't think even he could expect such.
That is very true.
But
that is some shit from Jackass there. So.
We could ask.
Where do we get the dragon?
We could ask a tailor to custom make one. Some kind of person.
I mean, we know one in the one who made our clothes.
Yeah.
The fancy clothes.
We do have access to higher level contacts in Ebony Waters with more expensive skill levels.
Oh yeah, and like the small town.
What do you think of that idea? He'll look at the sister. Or she'll look at the sister.
I mean, it's worth a try. At worst, we just run away.
Yeah. That way, no one gets hurt.
Hopefully.
And we replace it with something that doesn't contain a soul.
We can try it. And maybe make something more. Dimension full of plushy golems.
We could make dragons of multiple colors. Multiple types.
It would be like putting a child into a grip or something. Like a dimension full of them.
Which, you see Quincan turn towards Torrent. Are they always like this? And she just kind of nods.
I'm offering a genuine solution that wouldn't contain
this is
like
a legit one.
The souls, or like put souls at risk to save your brother for no exchange of another life.
Oh no, I'm not like belittling you. I'm just kind of amazed you came up with the idea. That's not how most normal people think.
Well,
also we probably want to warn
kind of snorts when she says the word normal.
Also, we probably want to warn the guys downstairs about the new room. I don't know how many people have already ran in there.
Hear people talking about the room downstairs already.
Like, I'm planning to go in there anyways. Not in the god door, but one of the other ones, so we might as well tell them.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if we now step in our foot in that fucking dungeon, he's gonna anyway put us into the godlike thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we told us we'd
chance
give him
of
some
that.
time.
I hope so.
He can't be freed if we die. At least not from us.
That is true.
I feel like he should be smart enough to realize that. At least till we gave our decision to him, I don't think he would pull it. But that's my intuition. If we did tell him that we don't want to free him, then I think it would be an imposing risk indeed. But
maybe you'll change your mind after hell mode.
Otherwise, for the time being, I do have a feeling that we'd be spared from that.
I hope so. And I think so, yeah.
That's enough talk.
Put it this way, I don't think Cthulhu's now any longer a 5th edition creature you can fight, so...
Shall we go pay it a visit?
We can. I mean, unless we want to instantly go for plushies, but we need a lot of money for that, so I think this is the best place to get the money.
Get some money, fund this operation, and then see to it. Yeah, she'll look at the sister. Are you planning on doing more research, or do you want to come with?
I can come with if you'd like.
Up to you. We'd be using most of the money to fund that idea with the plush golem.
Well, if you would like an extra set of hands, I will tag along.
Sounds good.
Unfortunately, my research had kind of hit a dead end, so...
Right, we just can't, of course, promise any monetary means since we'll be using it on that.
No, I understand, and I'll help you gather said resources.
Alright, sounds good then. Let's pay a visit to it.
Just don't get trapped in there so we don't need to make double dragons. I mean, we are already making them, but anyway. Getting 2 people out, it will be more annoying.
Well, we'll see.
Nods. I'll do my best.
And we'll try our best not to leave you in there.
Now,
thank you.
Ryoko's gonna start heading towards like the people in charge, like the kobolds in charge of the portal or the dungeon portals.
Okay, which it is a absolute madhouse in there. You see several wizards of different races studying this new portal that came up. The entire thing surrounded by a literal wall of guards and heavy plate. One ring facing inward, one ring facing outward.
Well, Ryoko will try to like just make herself known.
I mean, the normal people see you, but it's like they're kind of trying to keep people away from this new portal. Which, unlike the other ones, which have a bit more calm colors, this one is like dark blood red.
She's gonna like approach like one of the like guards and stuff, saying that she has information on where this new portal comes from, if she may talk to someone supervising this.
The supervisor's over there, and he points to the side with this one kobold that looks absolutely worse for the wear.
She's gonna approach them and just like say, hello, I have information on where this portal comes from.
No, we aren't allowing those information. Oh, another one, which he does not seem very excited about this.
May I...
Which oracle are you coming from?
No oracle, but may I talk to you in private for a moment?
This might be our fault, so you might want to talk to us.
He looks at you with this, I'm going to fucking kill you. You made my job this hard. I'm going to kill you if you're at fault. Yes, let's go talk in private. And he hands the clipboard to another little kobold intern who is immediately beset by all these people wearing various religious garbs going, my God said, no, right. My God.
Like once we do get in the room.
He leads you over to a bit of a side room, a very small office, which you guys could barely stand in. He goes, what do you mean this is your fault?
So, basically, we have something that we wanted to get out of the dungeon. Something that didn't belong there. And in our search, we have come to meet the master of the dungeon. And the master of this dungeon offered us the chance to go through this portal and do that challenge.
You woke him up? He looks absolutely terrified at this moment.
I don't know if we woke him up. He seemed pretty awake to begin with. Just trapped.
I don't know if he's trapped or not, but I know that...
Well, we do.
Oh, no, we thought he was dead. Or asleep, or comatose, or something, and now he's awake. Oh, this changes everything. And without waiting for you guys to respond, he bolts out the door and starts speaking panickedly in very fast Draconic that has a heavy kobold accent. Basically, it sounds like a redneck talking.
Can we still understand him?
You can hear bits over the noise where it's emergency meeting, this is important, lock down the portals. Which you do see that after he says that, several more guards start pushing everybody else out and start surrounding said portals, all of them. After he does that, he comes back, you, with me now.
Yes, sir.
And it is a sir. Which sir, can't you tell from my very manly crest?
I am sorry, I don't know.
All right.
Nobles that much.
What is this about?
Soft skins. I'll tell you when we get there. Which he marches you through some areas into a much bigger room that is filled with a bunch of panicking kobolds and some other people of different races, all talking both excitedly and absolutely terrified. As Kikil Grimchu comes in, wearing her full official Guildmaster garb. I've been informed of this new occurrence, and that somehow your merry band is at fault for this.
Well,
I need details.
Ryoko's just gonna start explaining. Well, we researched on the dungeon because there was something in there that, didn't belong there. Well, as far as I understand, with Legends lore...
She nods at that. Continue.
With Legends lore, and as far as I'm aware, the Dungeon Master, she does like air quotes, started like popping into our wizard's mind and started telling him about wanting to get out.
I sort of figured, I knew you were going to do that. I just thought, yeah, it was me.
And what we decided on is that we're of course not just going to agree to let someone like that out with that kind of power. He offered us the impression or the possibility to take on his godly challenge if we so desire, which we have no interest in at the moment, but in the future potentially. So the door is open, but with the intent on us, so I would probably highly advise no one else enter that door.
A little late for that. We've already lost 2 guards.
That is not great, and they did not come out, I presume?
No. They have not come out.
Well...
Even with the fail-safes we have on the other challenges, they do not seem to work in this new one.
I'm sorry, but that is all we know.
They will have compensation sent to their families for their sacrifice on that.
Well, we did somewhat play a part in it. It wasn't directly our doing that opened the door. It was his intent or decision. We didn't really have much of a say after denying it.
It's still the first time something like this has happened in centuries to my know-how.
Understandable. But please do not blame us for this. We also don't want any part in this.
As long as nothing comes out of it.
I think it's very intent on being locked in there.
Well, so far nothing has come out the other portals, and we're still going to keep an eye on them for several days to make sure that is still the case.
It might be...
Now that we know that there is a being currently alive and running this thing, there is no telling what he might do. Or it, or she, or they.
I do presume that you're going to lock it down for access to anybody.
Yes, but until we do some sort of scan.
I do want to ask permission on one thing.
What?
Since we were offered the challenge, after we've potentially done or failed in it, it might also disappear by itself. Would we be still granted access if we so want?
After we at least find the threats and everything in it, we will open it to the public with the proper waivers. But until then, we are keeping everything on lock in case something happened to the other difficulty portals.
All right.
Once we inspect them, which as I said will take 3 or 4 days, then we will start letting adventurers back in.
I'm willing to volunteer to try out one of the dungeons.
We have professionals for this. And if you go in, no telling what might happen at this moment. So, you will be on the waiting list. Once we do the checks, we will start opening them. The Godmaker, from what it says on that portal, at least that's what I was told it translates to, we're going to attempt to send more in there, and if they do not come back, we will list it as an extremely hostile portal that you enter at your own discretion, and we will not be held responsible for anything that happens.
I don't recommend letting people in there.
I would also say you should not even send anybody in there because, as far as he told us, there's nothing worse that he could think of than that. I don't think anyone will be coming out alive.
Which I do believe you, but unfortunately, we still have to find out what we can. Because other adventurers will still think they can handle it no matter what's inside.
What if you seal it with a brick wall in front of it? Act like it wasn't there.
After the news spread this fast, they'd know.
But at least it would deny entry, not tempt people just by the look.
Oh, it would still have entry. People
and
could...
I mean, sending people there could also go really bad if they get past all of it.
And what if the Dungeon Master gets annoyed by unworthy people entering his God challenge?
To be fair, if he was annoyed by unworthy people entering, I think he would have done something before now.
What about like a construct? So it's not a person.
That's what we were also thinking, but we're trying to throw in new safeguards to pull out whoever goes in so we can at least get some information.
Alright.
Because without any, it doesn't matter how much we wall it away or try to make people forget, it'll only make the shouting louder.
Right.
Once we can come back with some answers, then at least maybe we can nip some of the suicidal ones in the bud. We're still going to have those that go in and never come back, unfortunately. But at least then we can know that it's their own fault at this point. Just as if somebody enters the deadly chambers. There's no guarantee they'll come back. So, no, this is standard protocol for these. We will experiment and check, see what we can do to perhaps save lives in it, see if any of the old spells that allow us to safeguard the other areas still work in there, and then let you in. Tell you what, I'll meet you halfway. After we investigate, you will have dibs on first entry. Does that sound fair?
So it'll be locked off for us till we go in?
We will keep it as best as we can. Unless someone sneaks in, you will be the first official party allowed within that portal.
Alright, that sounds like a worthwhile deal.
Rax whispers to Ruogo, what if one of the guards or something get past that whole thing and become a god?
Hey man, that would be
He would be one
lucky
lucky son of a bitch. He would be the crit meister. So.
And what if they have like some kind of insane evil goal that they want to do, and their wish is granted, and then
maybe that's how the chocolatier came to be.
Universe.
Maybe that's how the chocolatier came to be from the second party.
Well,
your nose is bleeding.
No. No, there's only been one person that survived it, and that was Diancaster. So.
But I guess in the meantime, we can worry about the other plan we had.
Yeah, we just have to get money.
Well, let's see how much it costs in general.
Yeah, I mean, you can get info on that, but
so
do we want to get those numbers first, or would we like to do that next time? So, because it's about your quitting time.
I mean, I don't think it would take that long, right?
We can do the numbers and stop them.
Stuff, so.
Like we can just go
just a minute.
Probably to Ebony Waters, hit up some contacts and stuff.
Yeah,
I'll definitely need to be.
Are you going to teleport circle or the other teleport?
Rex can use the teleport circle.
Up to you.
He still has.
I didn't know how many you have left, so.
I marked that one down. I should have a couple more, so.
Fair
it's
enough.
not that high of a spell.
So
or
before
it
you
is, but...
before you do leave, she basically is insisting you sign an NDA. That you won't give this information to other people and cause a stir.
No, I'm not going to tell anybody else about this. You're fine.
She just wants it in writing.
I know. No, she says this while signing the NDA.
Okay. Yeah, it's like, because she wants to get all this stuff in the guild first, get it all parsed out, and pass it out so there's not some huge psychotic rush. So, which you do notice that several people are bringing in similar NDAs from outside. It looks like they're pretty much going around the town and trying to keep everyone from, getting on message stones and telling Keith and Silverfrost.
I'm assuming they're giving each one of us an NDA. Or do we all sign on the same one? You guys
can all sign the same one.
Oh, okay.
It's a party charter, basically, for that. And it also has the clause that once it is officially opened, you will have first lieu of entering the portal.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So.
Does it, does one of the spellcasters, when they sign it, feel like any kind of geese or something?
Yes, it definitely feels like something's tingling, including you, Ryoko, once you sign it. It has definitely got some sort of magics on.
This will help.
You're a spellcaster now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I am a spellcaster.
Yes.
Feel the magic.
You don't have Arcana, but you can at least feel the the magic flowing through it.
Rex can just investigate what kind of magic it is there.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yep.
You are absolutely certain this is a different kind of geese. It doesn't deal psychic damage, it just prevents you from speaking about certain things, as agreed on the paper.
Okay.
So basically, in anything that you try to talk on, as far as you are aware, at least on this plane, about the portal or information on how it opened, would be struck from your lips.
Okay.
Wait.
Rax is like, thank God! I would have probably blurted that out otherwise.
Do you share this with us?
Yes, he will.
Thank you for the 500 bits,
Probably the
Noodle.
moment
Thank
he
you
goes,
so
oh,
much.
thank God I'm saved.
So, like, it won't hurt us if we try to say it, we just can't physically
No,
say
it's
it?
just
can't
you
say it.
cannot
So Ryoko will
physically
just
say
try
it.
saying something about the, like, dungeon, like, what they just said in here to, like, her.
Nothing comes out of your mouth.
Okay.
Like, the moment you try to speak
Thank
the
you so much
words,
for
your
the
jaw
500
kind of
bits.
locks
Hello.
up, and
Good
no
to see
sound
you.
escapes your lips.
Thank you very
until
much.
you stop attempting to talk about what you just talked about.
Interesting. Well,
It's
that
a specialized spell.
That's much better. At least that'll prevent accidents.
Well, we don't want to hurt people, and we know that you're adventurers. You want to talk, and that's understandable. But knowledge like this needs to be safely distributed, so we don't have a stampede of suicidal people sneaking in to get in.
I do commend you. Not everyone would have chosen a non-violent geese.
We don't want to kill our adventurers. We just don't want them to get in trouble and cause deaths of others unintentionally. We've learned from the past, needless to say.
I digress. I'm ready to leave.
She, nods and has somebody escort you out. Which you do see those papers are everywhere. Pretty much everybody that was in the building is being forced to sign it. A couple a bit more forcefully than others.
I'm doing all right.
But they are all signing this thing. So once you step outside, you can see several other people, doing, for lack of a better word, damage control, it seems. Some of them going, oh, no, it's just a rumor, blah, blah, blah. Other ones going, oh, no, I mean, it's open, but nobody can enter it yet. It seems like it's blocked off by some force. It's the dungeon. But you teleport, you said, to Ebony Waters.
I think so, yeah. That was the point.
Yeah.
Oops. Dunk.
Like, one thing that Rax will also mention that if we want to, the Aspenwell Taylor was extremely good, but it's further away and we would have to walk there because they don't have a teleportation circle.
Right.
So we
you may not have the materials.
Yeah, so we might want to check this first and then even hire her in here temporarily.
But we could also see if there's someone who specializes specifically in plushies to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's definitely some people that could work on just plushies in this city.
So,
I mean, it is Ebony Waters.
Yeah.
I guess let's start by, asking maybe the tailor that we know.
Okay,
which one? The royal one or
I think it was the royal dwarf.
Yeah, Strumpboot. Okay. But he also had no, that was the armor maker, the brother.
Right, that was
But
his
there
brother.
was another tailor here as well, but that wasn't like the royal one. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rohan was the royal tailor. So, he does have a brother who is an armorer.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking of the other tailor...
I have it on my notes somewhere, but...
You're thinking of the Endless Spool.
Yeah, that one.
So, Miss Wafma Stimleaf.
Yeah.
Streamleaf. Blech.
I think the royal one should be fine first.
It should be, but he might not have time to do it.
We'll
but
see.
We almost want to ask first. So.
Fair enough.
Besides, he might know some people who actually do plushies.
That's why I want to ask him.
So you guys managed to find him. He's in his usual tailor's room, which, as usual, is filled wall to wall with all kinds of garbs for all kinds of people.
Hello.
Oh, hello. It's rare to see you, especially after the wedding. Master Rax must need a new outfit. I'll get right on it.
No, I'm wondering if you could do something for us, or maybe know someone that could help us with it. We're looking.
Sadly not this time for me.
We're looking into crafting a, life-sized copy plushie of was it a bronze dragon?
Yes.
Bronze
Which
dragon.
Maybe
more gives you this look of run this by me again. So.
I do feel like you hurt me. I know it's not usual, but
you want a life-sized plush dragon.
Yes.
Bronze dragon, but we might want more than one. like other ones do.
Like, do you want them realistic or like a child's toy?
Honestly,
I think
it doesn't really matter.
Would be cute.
I would
say probably
just
like it
different material, obviously.
I would just say make it a bit more silly.
Yeah.
Silly.
Something fun.
Do I want to know why you suddenly need several life-size dragon plushes?
For personal reasons.
I assume that, but
unfortunately,
not much.
We're bound by an NDA, unfortunately.
We cannot enclose the details yet.
Adventurous business, that's fair. Well, how long do I have?
As I don't think there was really a time limit.
No.
Yeah.
So just as long as you want, then. I would say a couple to start off on, maybe.
Got me apprentices. I suppose
it really depends on how much it costs.
Yeah, basically.
Well, it depends on the material you want me to use. I mean, the stuffing will be cheap, unless you want like goose down or something.
I'll be honest. Something more childlike, imitation-wise, would be perfectly fine for what we're planning on.
Well, I mean,
something that
considering you can get a normal little ragdoll plush thing for a silver or two. I mean, the materials wouldn't be too expensive. It'd just be quite a lot of them.
Right. So
we do want to
modify
it.
You see him noting things down. Modify how?
Modify it a bit as a moving, living golem thing.
We want to make it into a golem,
but not that good.
We want to make it into a golem, but that's the next step for another person.
I mean, like, I just want it to be sturdy enough to be able to withstand that kind of magic.
Well, I mean, there's some tougher cloths, but they're going to be a bit more expensive.
We can think of like
you see it here. I'm talking about different kinds of cloth, making notes, doing rough estimates in his head. You hear the word Google Eyes a couple times. Because, well, to make one full adult-sized dragon that's fairly wear and tear proof and stuff it with just basic stuffing, it would come to about 1,000 gold.
That's completely fine. How about you make us like a variety of, let's say, 5 of them. 5 different kinds of dragons. Your choice.
You just want the metallics, the chromatics, the gemstones?
Your choice, but especially the bronze one needs to be set.
Right. Okay,
the rest is your choice.
Might change the price slightly depending on the price of the other fabrics, but
that should
still be around the same price range.
That should be fine.
I'll need to, which once again he seems to be doing math out loud, talking, okay, I got to get these people, I got to find this spot, I got to get the materials moved. It's like, it'll take me about 3 days.
To be honest,
everything
I think
goes right.
Them being different materials would be fun. If one is super fluffy, one is more hard. Like, imagine you have a bored child that needs some texture.
And all the different types of...
That's why I'm just giving him, like, the freedom choice here.
Yeah.
Well, once you mention that, he's like, well, I can make some leather, But he's like, if you want 5, and he kind of lists some... He's planning on making one out of mithril, one out of regular cloth, one out of leather or rawhide, one out of like silk, so it's super duper duper soft. And then he gets this kind of evil looking. The last one he wants to make was shark skin.
Okay. So, how much do you
think?
All
in all, it'll cost about 8 grand.
Right. That would be each of us paying about 2,666.
Oh, did you bring her along with you?
I think so.
Quinn?
Because she was accompanying us to the like dungeons and whatnot.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know if you brought her back with you. In that case, she pitches in half the price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then it
she
would
shrugs. We are doing this for my brothers, so.
Yeah. So that would leave us with
4,000.
Yeah, so but like 1,333 each then.
Torin pitches out in 1,000 because I mean it's a good cause. So 1,000 for each one of you guys.
Should be more than doable.
He of course doesn't care about the payment right now or anything, but he pretty much makes sure that it's okay with you. Runs out of the room and immediately goes to find all his old apprentices and a shop that they can use and everything else. He seems absolutely excited to be doing this.
All right. Very nice. That settles that part. How about... I guess we could call it here then?
Notes. We've got... Lease...
We can do the rest, like, next time.
Next time we can look for something that can turn those into golems.
Yeah, and if we want to do that dimension thing, we know who can do it. Vanfil did it for you. We can do a plushie dimension for you.
I think.
Well, you have met a golem maker, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
It might not be his usual wheelhouse, but he might still be able to do something for you.
Yeah.
Only Aiden
and I mean,
was
the
here.
other party knows a golem maker too.
Aiden, and Aiden studied under another golem maker.
So, but okay, we'll go ahead and drop it there and pick it up at a later date. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good night, guys.
Peace.
Talk
See
to you later.
ya.
Oh boy.
Thank you guys very much for watching. Peace out and take care.